shadow hiding from the light, secrets buried in the coldest ground. We're digging deep where the truth is found. Daphne's case files, we're breaking the chain. Justice rising, no more pain. Evil's end, the final call. Behind the lies, we'll expose it all. Whispers echo in the darkened halls, faint confessions on the paper walls. Every victim deserves their say. We're here to chase the night away. Daphne's case files, we're breaking the chain. Justice rising, no more pain. Evil's end, the final call. Behind the lies, we'll expose it all. Unseen crimes, they thought they'd won, but the fight for truth has just begun. Every clue, every trace, bringing evil face to face.
Hello and welcome back to Daphne's Case Files. I'm so happy to be here with you all. I hope that you can hear me okay, and I hope everybody's having a wonderful day today. Hi, Darlene. Yes, it is my doggo. Sorry, I had to delay the video a little bit. I got some news today that I kind of lost track of time after I got the news. So yeah, I'm going to welcome in everybody, and then I'll tell you guys what's going on. And then we will be getting into the video about Jack and Lilly Sullivan. Hello, Michelle. Hello, good to see you. The mainstream media, no, has not released anything as of yet. The last time that we heard from the mainstream media was when the Please Bring Me Home was out searching for them. Hi, Root Strength. Yes, I will be okay. Thank you. Thank you. Jennifer, hello. Good to see you. Charmaine, hey, good to see you. Brandy, good to see you. Kelly, thank you. Good to see you. Tina, good to see you. I'm going, it moves fast. Michelle, hello. Donna, hey, American Justice. I hope you're okay. Hopefully nothing too bad that you're in the hospital. Eastern Girls, hello. Brandy, Susan, hello. Scorpio Moon, hello. Jane, hello. Good to see you. Lynn, hello. Stella, hello. Dawn, hello. Everybody else, hello. April, Christy, you guys are amazing. Thank you for being here with me. I really just need to talk and get my mind off stuff. Hi, Callie. Good to see you. Melinda, Carrie, Kiki, everybody, you are awesome. JCDCBJ, hi, good to see you. Salty, hello, good to see you. Yeah, so just to make a long story short, I had this bump on my leg for a long time. It was on my shin. So it's right on the shin of my leg, right? And like the bone area, well, a little bit to the left. I don't want to show you guys a picture because it's gross. And it's been there for a long time, like 3-4 years, guys. And I thought it was just like a stupid bump, right? Like an ingrown hair, what have you. And I tried to once in a while, I try to get whatever it was like out of there, but it would never like pop. Like, I know that's gross. And I would use like bentonite clay. I use like the black salve stuff and all that. Well, about a month and a half ago, I must have nicked it with my razor, right? And it would never heal up. Like it would become a scab, but it would never heal up. So I'm like, oh my gosh, what is wrong with this stupid thing? Maybe it's infected because of like I nicked it with the razor. So I put peroxide on it, still would never heal up. Then I put bentonite clay on it when the scab was like more healed, but it was still, And within 2 days, I left the bentonite clay on there for 2 days. I put a Band-Aid over it. And oh my gosh, like it was like disgusting. Like it left a huge hole in my leg. Like whatever was in there, it pulled out like a lot of it. Hi, good to see you. Yeah, mine's on a red. It's red around it. So my dog, I know this is so weird. She kept sniffing my leg there, like kept like for the past like year, right? She's like sniffing my leg. I'm like, why is my dog keep smelling my leg? Like all the time. Doesn't matter what kind of pants I have on, what? She goes right to that spot and smells it like something's wrong, right? So finally, I went to the dermatologist about 2 weeks ago a month ago. And then they rescheduled me to come back in for a biopsy. It's been almost 2 weeks now. And I went in for the biopsy and they called me today and I was like, oh, it's probably nothing. Right. And they said it's basal carcinoma or something like that, which is from the sun or from UV or like something like that. Right. And I'm like, I live in a state where there's no sun. There's no sun. But I used to go to the tanning bed a lot and that's probably what caused it. So I am waiting I have to go to a surgeon and they've got to like dig it out of my leg. Ugh, guys, I don't even want to think about it. It's disgusting. So yeah, so after they tell me that, because when you hear that word, you know what I mean? Like the C word, like you're just like, what? And I was out doing the last minute Christmas shopping and it was like my last stop. And all of a sudden I just spaced out. Like I was literally just spacing out, like in the store, like I didn't know what I was doing. And I don't know. So I was like, oh my gosh, I thought it was an ingrown hair. That's what I thought was like an ingrown hair that wouldn't pop. And no, it's not. It's yeah. So, but they said it's a slow growing cancer. But the thing is, like it's been there for a long time. And I'm just, and it's close to the bone, like where my shin is. So I'm just worried about having them cut it out. That's all, Oh, thank you guys. Thank you. So yeah, it's hopefully it's cut out and it's gone. They said it's one of the easiest ones to cure. It's slow growing, but they said it's like a weed. Like, so if you don't maintain like the weed or what, like weeds in your yard, it could grow into the bone and stuff. And I pray that it's not into my bone. Oh my gosh, that would be horrible, right? So you had it, Sharon. Had it on my face for 5 years, spots removed every year for the last 5. Oh my gosh. Does it hurt, Sharon, when they remove it? I'm like not looking forward to it. Thanks, guys. Thank you. I appreciate you. So that's why I pushed the time out like 50 minutes because I'm like, when I looked at the clock, I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, I could be live in an hour. What have I been doing? Just spacing out. So I get those. They don't metastasize. Thank you, PICTOU. My mom had a really tiny one on her arm, or maybe it was different. I can't remember if hers was different. And she said they just like lasered hers off, but mine, I think they got to cut out. Yeah, it's caused by UV. And it says like if you got burnt, like when you're in your younger years or teenage years, which I did like all the time, is I love the sun. And that most of the times you'll get what I got later in life. But I got it on my leg, right? That's just the weirdest place, like on your leg, guys. Like who gets it on their leg? I guess it's better, right, than being on face or neck or something. You had it on your ear? Yeah, I've heard that they are on your ear. Yeah, it's weird, right? Like I just spaced out, guys. Like it's just I know it's easily removed and stuff, and I'll keep you guys updated on it. It's just scary, right? My mom had one removed as big. Oh my gosh, it's as big as a quarter. Hers was from tanning bed. Yeah. Russell, yeah, that might be where I got it, is from tanning beds. Oh, you have one on your shin too? Oh, yes, Eastern girls. Yeah, go get yours checked because mine's been there for over 3 years, 3 years or over. I just thought it was just like a bump, like it would never go away. The first one they dug out, that was a bit of a sore. The other one they freeze off. Oh gosh, I hope they could freeze mine off. I don't want them to dig in my leg. I just, oh, oh, thank you guys. Thank you for understanding. I felt horrible and I was like, I didn't want to post that and be a weirdo, you know? On my leg, they freeze it off. You'll rock it. Daphne, thank you, Pam. Thank you. That makes me feel better. Thank you. Eastern girls, go get it taken off. Like, seriously, go get it taken off. Because I thought it was like nothing. I thought it literally was an ingrown hair that wouldn't pop, but like, and it got me thinking though. I'm like, that's so weird. Usually when you put like the clay or salve on something, it'll draw out. Yeah, I know, Tinky. I know, isn't that crazy? I told the dermatologist this too. I said, my dog is the one that told me to come here. It's so funny. Oh, thank you, Jane. Thank you. Laser or cut. Ask for a Fudex. I never heard that before. A Fudex. Okay. Here, I'll write that down. I know I have my pen in here somewhere. I've got a bunch of papers. Oh, okay, here it is. It's in there. All right, a Fudex. All right, I wrote that down, so I'll ask. Yeah, they haven't scheduled it yet, so yeah, they do. Isn't that crazy? It was so weird. It's like, why does she keep smelling my leg? Yeah, she does, right? Oh, she eats really good. The dog does. Yeah, she's very spoiled. She's probably mad because she's out there, but I don't want them to knock down my little screen behind me, and they have surgically remove it and get all the margins. Oh gosh. My daughter's coming with me. I told her, I said when they schedule for an appointment, she's gonna come with me. So yeah. Yeah, they can. They absolutely can, Brandy. That's crazy, right? How the dogs they can indicate if you're gonna have a seizure. They can tell when your blood sugar drops, or if you're gonna everything now they use dogs for. Dogs are amazing, guys. They are amazing. I don't know what I'd do without my dog. Oh, yes, drive safe and have fun shopping. It's crazy out there, guys. I've won 4 years and keep forgetting. Yeah, you need to go. You need to go. Because I thought mine was nothing. And when the dog started smelling it, I know that's gross, but something told me something's not right. Because she knows the way I smell, right? Like, and she's like, what the hell is this? There's something on there. Like, oh, wow, Deborah, that's amazing. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Your dogs are amazing. Border collies are so beautiful and smart. They're so smart. 2 golden retrievers, hubby, newly diabetic, and one of the dog wakes him up. Oh, that's amazing. I love golden retrievers too. Yes. Sugary. Yeah. Surgery at that point and margins. Yeah. And it's sugar too, guys. Like, I swear, I've got to stop eating sugar because sugar feeds this stuff. I'm telling you, like, it absolutely feeds this stuff that wants to grow in your body. I've got to get off sugar. Like, after Christmas, like, I have to go back on like the no sugar, low carb. Beagles are good too. Yeah. I love dogs. Dogs in general are just beautiful souls, right? All dogs are just beautiful. I love them. They're a man's best friend. Seriously. I mean, cats are good too, right? Yeah, cats are amazing too. And they've all got their own personality. I had a cat that acted like a dog at one point. I miss her dearly. She was my little baby. She was a stinker though. Sugar feeds the cancer. Absolutely. They don't tell us that. Yeah, it does. It feeds it. Yep, absolutely. It's crazy, right? All right. Enough about me, you guys. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day though. Yeah, all animals they're just all amazing, right? They're special. they're just also special. I love them all. Even my chickens. I love my chickens. They all got different personalities. They're just amazing little guys, you know. So we are here. We are here. Esley, yeah, I need to do that too. Hmm. We are here to talk about these two little cuties. Guys, it's almost Christmas, you know, and I started tearing up last night, you guys, and I'm like, these two babies should be getting ready to open their Christmas presents, guys. Just think about that for a minute, right? Oh yeah, sure, I agree. Hi, Carol. Birds are definitely mean. Yeah, birds are mean. Uh, you know, last night I get so emotional now. Like I just get so like I cry a lot. And this is sad though. You know, it's so sad because these two little guys, all missing children, right? Like all these missing children, and like Christmas is coming up, and children love Christmas. You know, they get so excited to see what they have under the tree and get to open their presents and be with their family. And it does. It breaks my heart. Absolutely, Boo does. It just, yeah, Jane, absolutely. It's just horrible, right? Um, it's just so sad that they're not around to enjoy the holidays with their loved ones, and it's difficult, right? It's difficult. Yeah. We need to know, was the boot print rare? Was it rare? The boots that Lily had were you can easily buy them at Walmart. They're bought at Walmart. Yes, Salty. Yes, it does. Hug those babies tight if you can. Absolutely. Hi, Brian. Good to see you. Hi. It is the most exciting years for Santa. I remember when my children were little, right? And they were so excited in the morning. And you know, as a parent, it's hard, like around Christmas time, right? Like everything is so expensive, and you're trying to, you know, make your children happy, right? With everything. And I remember when I was a child too, like I was so excited. Like I would actually hide in our hallway and like look to see if like Santa Claus was coming down, right? When I was little, I was like, I'm gonna catch him. I'm gonna catch him. But yeah, if you guys are in, yeah, thank you, Linda. Guys, please hit that thumbs up. Please hit that thumbs up. Thank you so much. Keep your loved ones in your heart and life. Absolutely. Yeah. That pic has been thought to be laundry is Christmas gifts for Lilly and Jack and Meadow, in my opinion. You think it's Christmas gifts? I have the picture. We can go look at it in just a moment. There was some things I wanted to go over. There was just a few things. And, you know, they with the documents, nothing what we've been told, right? What we've been told in the documents is basically like their polygraph said they were truthful. The only person that said it was cleared was Cody, which is stepdad, right? The other ones didn't say cleared, but it said they were truthful for those answers that they answered or were asked, excuse me. And, you know, they give us some things, right? Like they spoke about where the blanket was found. They spoke about what about the boot prints, right? She goes kind of into detail with that, how Malaya says size 12 or 13, yet Malaya did buy a size 11 for Lily because she actually compared it with receipts from Malaya's purchase at Walmart. Now, there are a lot of other kids out there, like Daniel said, absolutely, right? And you'd wonder, like, why wouldn't someone come forward and be like, hey, you know, yeah, my kids are out there playing, maybe not thinking about it or something. And maybe it could be from the other child that was on the ATV with the bus driver's wife, because she lives right there. The bus driver lives right there, right? Hi, welcome in. Word is the man boot tread. I've never heard that. The man boot tread. There, guys, there is some kind of AI videos going around, and I know YouTube is trying to nip them in the bud because there's one where it talks about, and it has a lot of views, and I'm like, it's not even the truth. It talks about Daniel driving a truck to the gas station, and I'm like, that was never said. That was never said, you guys. You know what I mean? And it kind of just ticks me off. So if you guys aren't sure about stuff like that, go and see what's been released with the documents, with the news articles and stuff like that to check, because that's definitely not true. Daniel was not seen in a truck at a gas station, right? Yes, guys, please hit that thumbs up. 275 in here and 88. Hit that thumbs up, you all. Thank you. Yes, the boot was okay. So I remember something like that, Carrie, where early on there was talk, right? And I could never find the information completely, where they said that there was a small man's boot on the pipeline. And I don't know if my girl's in here. Hi, Stormy. Good to see you. Yeah, I hate those AI videos. Yes. There's a channel that does AI claiming all kinds of. Yes. Thank you, Little Red. I do too, because it's ridiculous. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Where's men's boots? Sadly, it hurts my mom heart to say Malaya seems to be the one who is deleting apps, giving wrong. Yeah, I know. I see that. Wrong size. Like, how do you not know your child's size shoe? You know what I mean? Maybe they usually wear that size shoe and then she got a smaller size boot. Because those boots, I mean, like if I buy different types of shoes, right? Now if I buy, usually when I buy boots, but not rubber boots, regular boots, I have to buy a size larger because I have wide feet, right? My feet are wide. And I wear like a size 7.5, but sometimes I wear up until like an 8.5, 9, depending on the shoe, right? So maybe that's why she got it. Yeah, Jane, it is. Maybe that's where she got it mixed up. But yes, I agree with deleting the app. Why would you? Those phones should have been taken first day, guys. The cell phone should have been taken the very first day, and they were given loaner phones. Just my opinion on it, you guys. I did find it odd that Lily was M's oldest child. When she grew into a new size shoe, you would remember because you never bought. Yeah. And at that age, your children are growing so fast, right? So you usually want to buy a larger size, right? So maybe that's what she was talking about, because she was talking about Lily wears a size 12, 13, right? So maybe, I don't know, but she just bought those like what, a few days prior when they went to Walmart. That was Wednesday, right? So yeah, I do find that very, very coincidental. That is, and she told Belinda they ran off on her, which implies she was present. Yeah, I found some strange clips I want to show you, and we're going to go through some documents, guys, and I want you to follow along with me because it's very interesting, right? AI videos sad. Yeah, I know, it's crazy, Mike. Hi, good to see you. It's very sad. YouTube has been deleting video channels like that, but unfortunately it hasn't deleted this one. Hi, Gaspel, good to see you. Hi, JLYs. Good to see all of you. Thanks for coming in. Wouldn't Lily wear a size 6? For a 6-year-old? No, they usually wear like around 12, 13. I don't know. But you got to think too, right? Like they were very scatterbrained too that day. I mean, just thinking I don't know. You should know your child's size though, right? But hey, hi Lori, good to see you. Thanks for being in here. All right. So I found this article. This is on Reddit actually. And guess who it's from? It's from Hunter S. Look, Hunter S. And he wrote this 6 months ago. So he has like a little Reddit thread on here. Isn't that cool? He has his YouTube link. I'm pretty sure that's it. And his links here for his YouTube. That's pretty cool. Look, he's got, it is Hunter S. True Crime, because he's got all of Daniel Martel's interview in chronological order, right? I think it ends, well, it doesn't have the dogs in there yet, I don't think, but I'm sure he'll make one. Yeah, he does a great job though. Hunter S. does. And that's the picture of the kiddos. Is that another? Oh, there we go. Malaya and Daniel, right? It's the house. All right. And the door where they allegedly left out of, right? I go find things on Reddit to bring it to you. Yeah, Reddit's great. Reddit is great. And he's doing a good job because he put backlinks to his channel. That's smart. You know, shoe size is around 11, 13. Yeah, in between. Yeah. And she's very small. Absolutely. Very small. Yeah. Hi, Christine. Good to see you. So I'm going to remove this and I want to take you over to just a clip, right? And it's from DT's channel. I just made a quick clip so I could just show this so I wasn't looking through the timestamps. And I put it under, hold on one second if I can find it now. It's right here. Give me just a second. Okay. So I just put it under like private. It's something I want to show you without having to look through the whole YouTube. Okay, so watch Daniel when he speaks about checking on the children after midnight, right? He shakes his head like, okay, so I have a question for you guys. What do you do when you're like talking about someone that has recently passed away or something like that? Like for instance, like or who's going to pass away. Like you're telling someone something, you're like, you kind of shake your head, right? You're like, no, they're not going to make it. They put their head down and they shake it, right? You guys do that? Like you put your head down, like it's upsetting, right? So yeah, in past tense, that definitely. I noticed something last night, and it's something I do, like if you talk about someone in past tense, right? And you just shake your head kind of. And Daniel did this, and I'm like, oh shit, you know? So I want to play that. Unfortunately, this is a short. Let me see if I can make it larger. It's just a clip I took.
Heard them in the next room over, like in their set. We heard them in the next room over, like in their bedroom. I didn't hear them in their bedroom. I heard when Lily would pop in, I heard Jack in the kitchen.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, it starts with the kitchen one. Okay, so you remember Lily popped in around 8:30, right? Around that time? Yeah, you guys like shake your head. You put your head down on the side and shake it. It's gonna come up in just a minute. I want you guys to watch how he does it slow motion. You guys remember how Lily came in the room around 8:30, right? And at that point, they heard Jack, right? They heard Jack rustling around the kitchen, right? So Daniel says, Daniel says, we didn't see Jack, but we saw Lily open the door and say, hi, daddy, or whatever. And he goes, shh. So she didn't wake up Meadow. Well, I've put two clips together because in another clip, he says, when Malaya woke me up and says, do you hear the kids? He says, well, you listen for a minute to see if they're in the kitchen, because when they're quiet, he said, when they're kitchen getting into stuff or whatever, you know what I mean? He says, when they're quiet, it means basically they're getting into stuff. But why would they be in earlier? He was in the kitchen rustling around getting stuff. But now you're saying he was being quiet when they get in the kitchen. So it's really confusing, right? Like two different things. All right, hold on. Listen.
In the next room over, like in their bedroom. I didn't hear them in their bedroom. I heard when Lily would pop in, I heard Jack in the kitchen.
Jack in the kitchen.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I heard him rustling around in the kitchen, right? But then when me and Malaya made our way out to the kitchen, it was in the first 5 seconds that she said, I don't hear them. Okay. And usually you would have to wait a couple you know what I mean? Or like 30 seconds or something like that, because it could be in the fridge, because that's usually everything goes quiet when they're,
Everything goes quiet when they're in there. But you just heard Jack at 8:30 in the kitchen. rustling around. So now you're going to listen to see, right?
Grabbing food or doing something, right?
Why would he be in there again grabbing food? Like, usually kids just grab all they need, right? It's when they're stealing food. Yeah. Yeah. Never get past 35%, 90% of time. Yeah. Listen, so this next part is when he tips his head to the side.
Yeah.
I went to bed actually a lot later than Malaya did, I think. Like Malaya was already asleep when I came into bed. I remember flicking on the light for the kids at 12 at night, or a little bit after 12, so a little bit after midnight, and both of the kids were.
You see it? So he jerks his head like, I mean, maybe it's nothing. Maybe he's just having a spasm. But like usually when you're talking about someone that's recently passed or something like that, you're like, you know what I mean? Like they're not here anymore, right? I don't know. I do anyways. Oh, would you get up to see if they were getting fed? Yeah, they should have already been up. Well, at least Malaya should have been up. I don't think Meadow would be sleeping in the bed. And if she was, she should have been up and changed her diaper. See, we were never told that point at 6 o'clock, right? 6:15 when she's up. If she changed Meadow's diaper, if she went in and checked on Jack and Lilly, nothing. Hi, Dolphin. On a ladies live about this case, can you get an expert of a facial microexpressions to come on for a few live shows? Yeah, I could try. Yeah, it might be what that is, Brandy. Yeah, look, watch again. Like, I just know when I'm talking about someone that has recently passed, not going to make it or something, I put my head down and shake it to the side. And I feel like he had caught himself. And maybe allegedly that's why he checked on the kids at midnight. Just speculating, guys.
12, so a little bit after midnight, and both of the kids were fast asleep under the covers.
See
He
that?
said we heard them in the.
I don't know. He does it real quick. Like maybe he had a burp or something. Who knows? maybe he had something in his throat. I don't know. But I saw him go like that, and I'm like, Malays took meds and passed out Thursday. Could. I mean, we can all agree that the children, in my opinion, seemed like they were being neglected, right? They really did. Because nobody seemed to be watching. Now, I know Janie said that she would watch Jack and Lilly. Like, she would text Malaya, right? When the kids would be outside with no coat and stuff. Like, that's crazy to me. All right, let me present this to you. There we go. All right. I don't know if you know anything about this. So this talks about math, right? Like some myths and facts on it, right? What happens to someone when they're on it, when they're using it and stuff like that. I just want to kind of go over this with you for a second. And I have something else. I think they woke up Meadow, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Eyes look big, pupils. Yeah. It's still likely they noticed they were gone the night before. I feel that something absolutely happened the night before, blacklisted as well. Just my opinion, but that's just my opinion. Thanks, Brandy. Those kids, yeah, it's so sad. It's so sad. I mean, they should be home, like getting ready for Christmas, guys. Oh my goodness, it moves so fast. She had to be up to send a message to, yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Why no details? Why no, like, yeah, I woke up, I checked on Jack and Lilly to see if they were okay enough to go to school. But the thing is, that's not even enough time from 6:15 to 6:17. That's not even enough time to go check to see if they're okay, right? Yeah, I agree. I know, I know, that's so sad. She probably wonders where her brother and sister are. Very sad. So it goes on to say, we're going to read over this for just a second, right? It says myth about math, right? It says you have to use math only once to become addicted to it. And this brings me back to when Daniel was talking about, when he was talking about how he can do it and his brain isn't messed up, right? Remember the text that was shown? You guys remember that? That he can use and it doesn't mess up his brain. Meadow supposedly had a bad diaper rash too. Yeah, I heard about that. No way she didn't have to get up. Absolutely, because if your child has a diaper rash really bad, you have to change the diaper a lot so they're not sitting, they're getting wet and getting more rash, right? I think they're both up. I think she used his phone. Yeah, remember that, Randy? He says no, she didn't. But yeah, how would he get a confirmation email? Absolutely. Because think about it. Malaya said Daniel had no way to get into that app for school. So how would he get a confirmation email that she had checked him out, right? DM could have a phone to read cohesive control. I mean, could have, yeah. Yeah, thank you, Haley. Thank you. Yeah, that's a gray area there, right? Okay, so myth. You have to use math only once to become addicted to it. Fact. Not everyone who uses math becomes addicted after a single use, but it is easy for an individual to become addicted to math in a short period of time because math drastically, and quickly enhances a person's mood. When a person uses math, high levels of the neurotransmitter dopamine are released into the brain. Remember, he says this when he got his polygraph. Remember that? Excuse me. With each subsequent, I cannot talk today, use, the body's natural supply of dopamine is reduced, leaving that person feeling flat and depressed. That's how Malaya was that morning. Remember? Malaya was flat and depressed that morning, you guys. Stormy, thank you so much for becoming a member of Daphne's Case Files. We all appreciate you for being here and being a part of our family, my dear. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. You are amazing. You are amazing. Where's my little thingy?
Isn't that amazing?
Thank you very much. Thank you. Is Shan here? Is Shenanigans here? I don't see her. Oh, hey, girl. It's okay. You're okay. I'm glad you're here. I got your message. I haven't been able to. I've been running late. So it goes on to say that you feel flat and depressed. Wow. It says to feel better, he or she is likely to seek another hit from the drug. Rug. I said rug. In contrast to Coca-Cola, which is almost completely metabolized in the body and quickly removed. Math provides a longer lasting high, and a larger percentage of the drug remains in the body. This results in math being present in the brain longer, which ultimately can lead to higher rates of addiction. Wow. Myth. Math isn't as dangerous as other drugs. It's just speed or diet pills. It says fact. Math can be made from chemicals. Listen to this. That often include a battery acid, drain cleaner. Like what? You can't even get drain cleaner on your freaking hands, guys, right? Or look at this. Lye, antifreeze, and other toxic ingredients. Did you guys know that? Did you guys know that? Yeah. Oh, I muted myself. That's crazy to me, guys. That's crazy. Wow. Wow. It's made usually at people's homes. That's crazy. Yeah. I guess, and if people are making it, right, like in their garage and stuff like that, they probably put whatever in there. No wonder Wade and Daniel looked yellow. Wade said Daniel looked yellow and gray in the face. He did look gray that day. The first, yeah. It's made out of anything they can get their hands on. That's crazy to me. Excuse me. He said Malaya's phone was dead too at one point, didn't he? Firehorse, I remember hearing something like that. Yes, I did. But I cannot find anything online, but I remember hearing it. I did. Because I had asked, and he said no. But I know I heard it. Didn't make it up, right? He says, so there's a greater chance that a person who uses meth will require emergency medical attention than a person who uses any other rug. So could this have been why Malaya needed medical attention that day as well? I'm just speculating. I'm not saying that's why, but because she did look like, you know what I mean? But that could be because Jack and Lilly were missing. Long-term meth use causes paranoia and delusions. I think Finny is, I'm just going to call it that because I don't know what else to call it. Isn't that like a pain pill or pain patch or something? I think Finny is like a pain thing. I don't think it's like meth. Yeah. I don't think it's like meth. I could be wrong, but I'm not a rugologist. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Hi, Donna. Good to see you. She needs an ambulance weeks before the disappearance happened. Yeah. It's just a sad situation, right? So paranoia and delusions, right? Which can last for months or years after a person has stopped using. Oops. So while using and after they stop rug hunches. Yeah, I clean rugs for a living, guys. I'm just joking. So think about that though. Like, think about that for a minute, guys. Hold on, I gotta fix my chair. It's so uncomfortable. Like, it has like legs that stick out where your feet should go. That's crazy to me. That's wow. Paranoia, like somebody's watching you, right? Somebody's watching me. I don't know the rest of the words. And delusions, right? Like seeing stuff, hallucinating. Like, did you say that? Or did I say that type thing? You know what I mean? Which can last for months or years after the person has even stopped using. So goes on to say math labs have destroyed the environment where toxic lab byproducts are dumped into the soil or drains. That sucks, dude. That sucks. I wonder what would happen if somebody, like, say your neighbor's using math, right? What happened? What happened? What happened? Fetty's an opiate. That's what I thought. There was a couple on math that left their baby on the swing for a week, not realize. Oh my gosh, Susan. Oh, Susan, that is so sad. Jeez. See, that's what I mean. And I'm not, it's one of the worst that you can do. It's one of the worst. It's really sad. That's heartbreaking, Susan. That is absolutely heartbreaking. I can never, yeah. You can go into permanent psychosis. Absolutely. Because it messes with rewiring your brain, eats your brain cells. Yep. More potent than more. Yep. Absolutely. It is. Yep. And it's made by just people wanting to math. Yeah, there you go. It's made by mathematicians. There you go. PICTOU. I love that. Thank you. That made me laugh. Thank you. Yeah. Some people never come back from psychosis. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I hate them too. Because think about it. What if your neighbor, I want you guys to think about this for a minute. What if you have a neighbor, right? Like if you have a neighbor that lives close to you and they're making math in their home, right? You know, their home could explode and like even blow up yours, right? If you're close to them. Like some of these new homes that they're building, right? You could reach out and touch your neighbor. They're so close, right? So what if your neighbor's making it and they're throwing like the chemicals and stuff outside in the ground, and those chemicals, when it rains, it can drain over into your freaking yard. So if you have kids and these jerks are making this stuff and those chemicals are draining in your yard, your kid's out playing with the ball or something, and the ball like goes into the chemicals and they put their hands on it, and you know how kids are always putting their hands in their mouth. Yeah. That's scary as shit. That's scary. And it's sad. Holy moly. Okay. So it says here, remember, I think we were talking about this. I was calling it something else. Myth. Since pseudominephrine or metaphrine or whatever, Sudafed, I'm just going to say that, was tightly regulated in 2005, math is no longer a problem. Bull crap. So basically, they regulated Sudafed and stuff. So people that don't have math problems, that get a cold or have sinus problems like me, have to sign now. So it hurts people that are innocent, right? Which is bullshit. It's BS. It's not right. It says fact, math is still accessible. Even though the ingredients needed to make it aren't readily available in the United States anymore, math is being smuggled across the border from Mexico in record amounts, it says. The math available in 2020 is more potent, guys, more potent in 2020 than the math was 15 years ago. Think about that for a minute. It's also cheaper to buy and provides a longer lasting high than Coca-Cola. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, ZYGT. Yeah, I can't. It makes me so mad because it's like, why do I have to sign for something? Like if I'm sick, because like regular Sudafed works the best for me, right? I haven't bought it in a long time because I haven't really, knock on wood, I haven't been like sick like that. But I think that's wrong that now we have to suffer because people do that. Yes, Carla, thank you. Yes, it's a patch. Yeah, patch. What do people do? Put the patches all over their body and like that's just crazy to me. But rugs have made them poor. Yep. A few days ago. Oh, I'm so sorry, Andrea. I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, God. Hey, Joyous. Good to see you. We are in the middle of a windstorm. Oh, and gosh. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, you guys can't catch a break over there, can you? With the rain and the wind and everything? Good grief. That windstorm last weekend when we had that big live was so aggravating. Well, be careful. Oh, does it come in many forms? Okay. I don't know, guys. I guess I should read up on all this stuff. It says myth, states that border Mexico are in the greatest dangers from math. Wow. It goes on to say, even though most of the math in the United States, comes from Mexico, rug cartels are using established supply channels for other rugs. Math has been seized in every state in the United States, it goes on to say. Wow. Yeah, well. It goes on to say, myth, math-related crime is a problem only in large cities. No, actually, It's very common in rural areas, right? Fact, math-related crime reported in rural communities is significant. Do you guys see that? Yeah. I'm sorry, Andrea. That's just really sad. I don't know what to say, honey. It's sad to see a loved one like that. And you feel hopeless because like you don't know what to do, right? Oh, yeah. It's mainly in rural areas, and then it's sold. A lot of it. It's an epidemic here in PICTOU. Yep, I've heard that. Dragon. Mm-hmm. Taught our kidder never to take any food or candy from anyone at school. Oh, does it look like candy? Like pest candy? That's sad. Wow. Mix it with crushed. My sister does. She says she loves. Oh, gosh. Wow. Oh, that's so sad. Oh, God. It just does. It's, they alter people's brains and then become addicted on it, and they can never, they can get off of it, but it takes willpower. You got to change your way of thinking, living, and you got to want to do it for yourself. And that's where it comes down to, because a lot of people that have rug issues have something missing, right, in their life or along the way, that they're filling that void with the rug. And that's usually what it is. So it goes on to say, in the past decade, rural crime rates have shot up, while crime in many urban areas has gone down. Think about that. In Iowa, for example, the violent crime rate rose by 3% statewide between 2006 and 16. That's 10 years. But in small towns, violent crime increased by 50%. Rising math use is a factor in the crime rates. Rural sheriffs from the Ohio to Oklahoma to Oregon report math use is up, and with it, crimes are committed by people who use math. Right? So, in my opinion, people that are using math are not like these, like, and I'm not trying to say, you know what I mean? I'm really not trying to say this in a mean way. But guys, how are you having a functional family, being a parent when someone is using this type of drug in the home, or any drug at that matter? Because your mind isn't all there, in my opinion. Yeah. Of course. Maybe without even knowing what you're doing. You're going through life not even realizing what you're doing. It's like there's a veil, because you're not all there. Like your brain is not working 100%, right? Oh, Deanna, thank you. I hope you have a Merry Christmas too, honey. Thank you. It is very, very sad. Okay, where are we at? Did I already read that one? I think I already read that one. Okay, myth. Math hurts only people who use the drug. Well, we know better, right? Fact. Math use cost everyone, right? Like Andrea was just saying, like math causes delusional thinking and greater willingness to take risks. So people who use math are more likely to commit crimes. There you go. Now, this one. Many cases of domestic violence are math related. Children whose parents use math are often abused and neglected. Right there. Right there. In my opinion. It was a madhouse, yeah. Guys, you couldn't pay me $1 million to go in Walmart today. And I live in a small town. Well, I had to drive to the other town to go to Walmart because we don't have a Walmart where I live, but yeah, right. Yeah. What happened? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm out. Oh, it is. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. It's just, I know this is a very sensitive subject, and unfortunately, it's happening to a lot of us, right? Friends, family, people we know, or knew. It's happening way too much all over the place. It brings out the worst in people, absolutely. Children whose parents use math are often abused and neglected. And this is for homeowners, right? Property values decline and criminal activity escalates when math comes into a neighborhood. All right. Myth. Hardworking people don't use math. It goes on to say, anybody can use math. Research shows a wide diversity in people who use it, including honor roll students, housewives, executives, mothers, and employees in many industries. People of all races and economic backgrounds use math. Many people start using math to have a greater energy to produce more at work, at home, at school, right? Myth. Treatment doesn't work for people addicted to math, and it isn't worth the cost, right? And it goes on to say, contrary to popular opinion, treatment for math use disorder does not work, and it is a wise investment. Every dollar spent on treatment is estimated to save more than $12 in averted healthcare, social, and criminal justice cost. So what do you guys think about that for a minute? Oh, Ernestine, yeah, it's horrible. I'm just scared to get it cut out. Voice commands. Yeah. Yeah, it's like I think it's like that yeah, I think so. I think it's similar to, I don't want to say it, the crack in the wall. It's similar to the crack in the wall to say that. I think it's like the same thing, right? Well said. DM was making it. Yeah, Wade. Yeah, admitted someone used versus producing is. Yeah, Salty. I know. He specifically said that it was being made, but the thing is, like, where would they be doing that at? You know what I mean? Like, where would they allegedly be doing it? Like, because they would have seen it, right? In the house, or sobriety, being clean and sober is worth every dime. Yeah, absolutely, Dragonfly. Nobody sees themselves as going to be an addict when they, yeah, no, I agree, Lori. I agree. I thought the same thing, at least. Yeah. Oh gosh, Deanna breaks everyone in the family's heart. She has relapsed numerous times. It is very hard for people to stay away from it. Oh, it's so horrible, isn't it? It's like the devil. It is. Don't do math. It's that simple. Yeah. Mallory, I've been live for about, oh my gosh, an hour. All right, let me stop blabbering and read this next thing for you guys. It's very interesting. All right. This is a psychology. You guys are, no, I'm going to do one on Malaya. This is just on step parents, right? And this is just on step parents. Yeah. It tears everybody apart. It's horrible. Why are step parents more likely to unalive their children, right? This is not based on anybody. This is just on step parents in general, because we know that a lot of missing children's cases involve a step parent, right? So this goes on to say, this is from January 2011. So it's not really a new one, but it goes on to say a paper forthcoming in Current Zoology presents the first critic of evolutionary psychology that makes any sense, as well as the first refutation of one of the core findings of evolutionary psychology. Wow, what the heck? The so-called Cinderella effect is one of the foundational, let me just hold on one second. So Cinderella effect. I need to put my glasses on real quick, guys, to read all these damn words. I wonder if I could just go to Martin Daly and late Margot Wilson, the two deans. So it talks about a Martin Daly, late Margot Wilson, the two deans of modern evolutionary psychology, discovered in their analysis of homicide data from Canada and Detroit, Michigan, that stepchildren, those who live with a step parent, usually a stepfather, are anywhere from 40 to 100 times as likely to be unalived or maimed as those who live with two biological parents in the household. Oh, now I can see. Right? So this is, thank you, Mallory. Thank you. This is some sensitive information here in this document. Now, I'm not going off anybody. I'm just going off statistics, how in a lot of missing children's cases, there is always like a step parent involved, right? And, oh, geez. Hold on, guys. I pushed a button I shouldn't. Nope. I pushed a button I shouldn't have. There we go. Oh, hi, Squid. Good to see you. You late? You need some late slips, huh? Need some late slips. But parents on H can tend to neglect children, and people on CK can have mood swings and become aggressive. Yeah. Sorry, it took me a minute to realize what that slow. It goes on to say, in retrospect, this makes perfect sense. Parental love for children is evolutionary conditional on the children's ability to increase the parents' reproductive success. Stepchildren do not carry any of the genes of the step parents. So there is absolutely no evolutionary reason for step parents to love, care for, and invest in the stepchildren. That's sad. Worse yet, any resources invested in the stepchildren take away from the investment that the step parents could make in their own genetic children. So in the cold, heartless calculus of evolutionary logic, it makes perfect sense for the stepfather to unalive his stepchildren so that his mate, talking about his wife, the mother of the stepchildren, will only invest in their joint children, right? Children whom the stepfather has with the mother and who carries his genes. Only they can increase the stepfather's reproductive success. Wow. Oh, good to see you. Same for lions. Yeah. You're absolutely right. Yeah. It's crazy, right? Oh, hold on. Let me see. Give me just a second, guys. Hold on. Let me move my other live up a little bit because give me 1 second. I don't want to overlap and have people sitting there waiting for me. Where is it at here? Oh my goodness. Give me 1 second, guys, if you don't mind. I'm so sorry. I can't log into this one because I'm on it. So, and I don't want to overlap. How about we just move it over here? Let's do it tomorrow. We'll do that. I hope nobody gets mad at me because it takes a while to read these articles and stuff, and I still have a lot more to go over. So, all right, I fixed it. All right. Where are we at? It says Daly and Wilson call this process discriminative parental solicitude. I hope I said that right. It's just an academic way of saying that the parents play favorites, right? Parental love for the children is not unconditional and is proportionate to the children's expected reproductive success, which in turn increases the parents' reproductive success. The higher the expected reproductive success, oh my gosh, of the children, the more the parents love them and invest in them. This is why parents always, but usually unknowingly, favor physically more attractive, healthier, and more intelligent children over physically less attractive, sicklier, and less intelligent children. And since stepchildren, no matter how attractive or intelligent, can never contribute to the reproductive success of the step parents, there is absolutely no evolutionary reason for step parents to love and care for them. That's sad, isn't it? Like, if I had stepchildren, I would absolutely love them to death. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you love your stepchildren just as much as you love your partner, right? Like, obviously, like if your partner, you meet someone, they have children, like I could never think like that. Codependency, in my opinion, are too afraid to be alone. Yeah. My thing is, you would think that if the stepfather loved the child's mother, that they would love the child because that's the biggest part of their spouse. Yes, absolutely. But you got to go back and think too, right? Now, say if we were talking about this case, right? Jack and Lilly, in retrospect, you would say, well, Meadow would be their bond, right? That's Daniel's blood and Malaya's blood, DNA, right? Now, if you go back, remember, Daniel does not like Cody at all. He dislikes Cody, right? So now I'm not saying this happened or anything. I'm just going off of this article. So you know what I mean? This is just based on step parents. All right, I'm just going to leave it at that. It's going to leave it at that, guys. All right. All right, where did I leave off? I should have left this finding. Okay. This finding an evolutionary psychological explanation for why stepchildren face greater risk of unalive and injury has been part of the foundational core of modern evolutionary psychology for its entire history. It is discussed in every single introductory textbook on evolutionary psychology as one of the major empirical and theoretical triumphs of evolutionary psychology. Holy crap. Are we doing a freaking reading quiz today? Including my own book, Why Beautiful People Have More Daughters. But now a team of Swedish researchers, and it goes through their names. I'm not even going to try to say it. Have put this firm conclusion in doubt. Right? It says in their paper, Tamarin do not question that stepchildren are more likely to be unalived and maimed by their stepfathers, they only question discriminative parental solicitude as for the explanation for it. They point out and demonstrate with a small Swedish sample that men who become stepfathers by marrying women who already have children from previous unions with other men are more than likely to be criminal and violent to begin with. Wow. Think about that. That right there. That men who become stepfathers by marrying women who already have children, like say in this case, Malaya, right? She already has 2 children from Cody, are more likely to be criminal and violent to begin with. Well, we know that Daniel uses math, right? And math causes delusions, right? Psychosis. It's not a happy pill. It says he argued that their greatest tendency towards criminality and violence, not their genetic unrelatedness. In this reason, they are more likely to unalive and injure their stepchildren. That's freaking nuts, right, guys? Hi, Mama Sue. Good to see you. Yeah. But it says, though, that they're more than likely to be right here. Right here. Where did it go? Where did we go? Where did we go? I just lost my space. I think it was right here. Like criminals, right? I don't know where it's at, and I can't find it now because I'm half blind. Yeah. Oh, to be criminal and violent to begin with. That men who become stepfathers by marrying women who already have children from a previous union with other men are more likely to be criminal and violent to begin with. Wow. That's crazy. Wow. Linda, he read the Malaya's court papers from that, remember? He said it. Remember, Daniel came out and said he read the court papers on, delusions and psychosis. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, goodness gracious. Guys, if you are not a part of our Facebook, I'll put the link in here. So remember when he came out, and I think I have it, actually. Let me see if I have those texts. I know I do. Give me a second. Should have just broke my fingernail. Cody. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Right here. They also, that was Malaya talking about Cody. Give me a second. Is that Malaya? I won't believe that, but doesn't make sense because Cody didn't live there. He was in Truro. Yeah, okay. So Daniel was speaking to Belinda. Do you remember? He goes, she was afraid that he, talking about Cody, would be there when she was there. Do you guys remember Daniel saying that? Oh, you need your charger, girl. You need your charger. Do you remember when Daniel told us that Malaya would be like too afraid to go to Belinda's house so she could see Jack and Lilly because she didn't want to see Cody? Do you guys remember that? Right? And Belinda says, well, during that time, he even lived in Cape Breton, right? And he says, yes, but look who Malaya is. I think we finally know that her and her family are a little crazy, he says. Maybe more than a little. That's what Daniel said. This is in the beginning. This was in June, like early June is this text right here. And Belinda replied back, she's like, he had no interest in her or the kids, sadly. And Daniel says, I know, but Malaya's whole life has been nothing but negative. She found me, then she was happy. You guys remember that? But Cindy didn't like seeing her daughter happy. Why? What does it matter, Cindy? What does that even mean? Cindy, talking about Malaya's mom, why would she not want her daughter to be happy? Can someone please tell me that? Cindy is a nurse, right? She's a healer. Why would someone like this not want their daughter to be happy? Yeah, I agree. True crime. Yeah, my nose is stuffy. I was talking about Sudafed. Now my head's stuffed up. Jeez. And he goes, excuse me. She found me and then she was happy, but Cindy did not like seeing her daughter happy. Now look at this mess. Lilly and Jack are innocent. And then where's the other part? Hold on. Freaking crazy, man. I think this one is, that's Malaya. Goodness gracious. Where's the other one at? That's Malaya's. Is this it? Nope. Okay. So that's just, you know what I mean? Why wouldn't Cindy want to see her daughter happy? That just doesn't make any freaking sense, right? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. There are nurses who don't get along with their children too. Yeah, no, I understand. But I'm not saying like she's some math head or like, you know what I mean? Like she's a hardworking woman, right? Someone that works in healthcare. Like she's not some like deadbeat, like, you know what I mean? So it sounds like to me, like, I don't know, like Malaya was spoiled or something. It seems because remember Kiki said that her mom still picks up after her. We do need to find these children. Does anyone know if Cody has gang tats on his hands? I have never even seen a picture of Cody, actually. I don't think she knows. But I do think Malaya and, I sound like Janie, she said that. Malaya and Daniel, just my opinion. Okay. Once again, in retrospect, this makes perfect sense. Divorced women with children are on an average older, which not in this case, right? Not in this case. So they have lower mate value than a younger woman without children. Well, Malaya is what? What is Malaya, like in her early 30s? Is Malaya in her early 30s? I've seen a pic of him and he didn't have any tats. I don't think I've ever seen one. Maybe I have and I just don't remember. Gang tats on his hands. It says, given choice and all else equal, all men prefer to marry younger women without children rather than older women with children with other men. The logic of a sort of mating would suggest that women with a lower mate value are more likely to be with men with a lower value. And as I explained in an earlier post, men with a lower value are more likely to be criminal and violent. Wow. So do you guys see what they're saying here? Guys, 321 watching. Please put that thumbs up, please. And if you want to be a part of our Facebook group, I will post the link in here where we talk about all sorts of cases. Thank you. Yes. Hashtag find Jack and Lilly. Absolutely. It goes on to say in their analysis, Timron and his colleagues show that men who are in step families, right? That men who are in step families, men who have married older women with children are significantly more likely to have criminal records, both for crimes in general and for violent crimes. And in cases where stepfathers unalive children in their family, they are equally likely to unalive their genetic children as they are to unalive their stepchildren. Of course, given, I'm not even going to say that, especially in Sweden. This is the way they explain stuff. And thus, paternity uncertainty are not necessarily real genetic children. They are only putative genetic children. What the heck? The only major weakness, which the authors themselves openly acknowledge, is extremely small sample taken from one small nation. There aren't just many homicides in Sweden, child homicides or otherwise. So their findings must be replicated with larger samples in other societies. But at the very least, their paper has begun to throw one of the foundational principles of evolutionary psychology into possible doubt. In my experience, this is the first and so far the only study ever to do so, and their findings are replicated. And if their explanation for greater risks of homicide faced by stepchildren is true, then his colleagues have secured their place in the evolutionary psychology hall. Whoa, that's a lot. Dang. You were making me freaking read all that. What do you guys think about that? That's pretty wild, right? It's pretty wild. I love all those psychology those articles, because you can learn a lot about a case like that. For instance, if you write down like our main, our family, like you have mom, she has 2 children from a previous relationship, not married. She wasn't married to Cody. She had 2 children with him. Left when Jack was really young, right? And she dated another guy before Daniel, didn't like him, then dated Daniel, right? Lived with him, moved in with him. Daniel, someone who is, and I'm sorry, he's not independent. He lives with his mom. He lives on his mom's property. So I'm just going to say it as it is. He lives off his mom. It's not like your mom has 2 homes on the land where she can rent you a home, right? You took her home and she moved into an RV that's really decrepit. So just my opinion, right? So Daniel isn't an independent male who has his own home, his own full-time job, which, I know there's issues there with work, but there's other things you can do. Start your own freaking business. And I'm talking about a legal one. Is codependent. I think she wasn't taught much. Her mother didn't bring her up yet. Well, I know that. So that with Malaya, that's her, not even her stepdad. So that's her mom's boyfriend. So wasn't Cindy married? Okay. So here's Malaya's father. Didn't she date another man before Wade? Like 3 before? I don't know. That would make it where if you see what your mother is doing, usually your daughter will follow suit, right? Your daughter will usually follow suit of what the mom does, unless the daughter's like, no, I don't want to be like that. Right? That's usually how it is. I'm like my mom now, like I'm way more independent than my mom. Like I've always I'm the type of person who doesn't need a freaking man. I will do everything myself, right? Which I think I'm too independent. There has to be a happy medium there, right? But you got to have a healthy relationship, because once somebody's in an unhealthy relationship, they don't want, it blocks you off. When you have an unhealthy relationship, it just blocks you off from wanting to be with someone again, because you're afraid that you're going to attract another unhealthy person. Generational. There you go. You got to break the cycle. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, and the thing is, like, codependency is a thing. It really is. And I always told my daughter, I said, make sure you have your college done, you have your own car, your own place, and don't ever lean on a man. I should have never said that, but well, I don't want her. I want her to be independent, but I want her to be able to stand on her own feet, right? And not have to rely on somebody unless you need to at some point in your time, right? Like that's what your partner is supposed to be like. When you can't, when you're not able to do something, like you get sick or you hurt yourself, you can't work for like a month, you're supposed to be able to lean on your partner. That's why it's called partner. They're supposed to help you out in need, vice versa. And it's not one way around where you're supposed to just sit there and need, and like rely, you know what I mean, on this person to drive you around, this person to do everything for you. Because that's when it becomes controlling, especially the man, right? When the man is the one who is the provider, who is the one doing everything. That's when they become controlling. And I never deal with that. Ain't nobody gonna tell me to get out of my house, and you know what I mean? So I couldn't never do that. But hopefully, you know, that people can grow. First, we need to find Jack and Lilly in this case, find out what happened, and then you know, it's just so sad, guys. It's just really sad. These two articles have made me think a lot, especially the first one on how that really. Here, I want you guys to watch this video. I was watching it earlier, and then Charmaine brings it up. I'm like, dang, are you looking at my phone or something, lady? Give me just a second, guys. Let me find it real quick. Oh, come on, YouTube. Don't be silly. Oh, 1 second, guys. Let me find it. I watched it. Come on. It should be in my history. Just give me 1 second. So is everybody ready for Christmas? Or what? Everybody ready for Christmas? It's like sneaking up on us, right? Oh my goodness, this slow computer. Come on, please work. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it's in a couple days, you guys. Christmas is in a couple of days. That is nuts to me. Hold on, I gotta go through these. I was looking up my leg thing. All right, where are you at? Of course you're not gonna be on here. Damn it. I can't find it now. Shit. Well, dang. I can't find it. What did I do with it? Oh, you know what? Let's just go back and watch more of this interview if he doesn't mind me watching his channel. All right. I can't find it. I don't know what I did with it. It was on my phone earlier, and oh, that's awesome, Jen. I know it is hard. You know, guys, the internet is supposed to make us closer, right? Like make it easier to meet people. And all it's done is like with relationship, right? With meeting like for a relationship. And it seems like it makes it harder for the younger generation to actually meet people now, even though there's dating apps and stuff like that, right? It seemed so easy back in the day, to meet people, but because you go out and do stuff, right? But now everybody's on their phone and stuff. Like they're on their phone. You walk into a store, everybody's on their phone. Everybody is so like in their own bubble, if that makes sense. I'm on my way to Nova Scotia to see the family. Need to oh, have fun, Universal Law Truth. You're not ready, Leslie? We certainly had enough snow. We're not getting a white Christmas. Yes, already got the last of the food. Good for you. I never met a man I wanted to have children with and be tied to for 18 years. Yeah, I am now. Yeah, Shan's lucky. Shan's lucky. She's got a good man, good family, and she's ready for Christmas. So, right? Ready as we can be. Right? Yeah, there you go, Salty. Ready as we can be. What I found was men will say, I love, admire, respect a strong woman, but will try to beat the independence out of you. Yeah. Or expect you to look after them. Yes, I hate that. Like, oh my gosh, that's the worst fire horse. Like when you have a man who expects you to pay for everything and be their mommy, right? No way. No freaking way, Jose. You're a grown man. You're an able-bodied man. You can get out and work. Yep. I'm not doing that. Yeah, it sucks, guys. I hate snow, but I'm like, damn it. Hey, Jen, I haven't wrapped the damn thing either. I'm just going to throw them all in bags. Throw everything in a damn bag. Seriously, I got 100,000 bags up there, up there in the attic. I got a little surprise in some of them. We had a little mouse running around. I'm like, please, dear God, don't be in the attic when I grab the bags. What are you guys having for Christmas dinner? I'm going to try to do prime rib. I had it last year, but it's so expensive, but it's so good. I don't like turkey. My mommy days are over. Kids are grown. Sure as hell ain't raising no man. Absolutely. I'm out. Same. I bought one gift this year in Christmas dinner. Inflation. Oh, yeah. It's horrible. True crime junkie. Inflation's ridiculous. Everything's so expensive. Our gas went down here in New York State, not New York City. It's probably like $500 a gallon, but it went down to $2.88 a gallon. I was like, whoa, am I seeing something? Yeah, I don't know how long it's going to stay there, but yeah. Oh, yeah. Brain fog. I have it too. Oh, good. You're going to your niece's barbecue. I hate me too. I don't like it either. Well, once in a blue moon. Like I do a bad job at it though. Cornish game hen. I love those. They're so good. I used to get them and my kids would laugh. They're like, we don't want to eat the little birds, Mom. We don't want the little birds. It was so funny. So now I get them for myself, but I laugh with them. I'm like, when they thaw out, I'm like, do you want a little bird? I don't know why. They taste good. I love the taste of them, but they think they're oh, beef Wellington. I haven't had that in a long time. I just can't do it. I buy my grandkids crap around the air and my adult children. Oh, I know it stresses you out, right? Envision. I hear you. I've got a little tiny tree in the living room, right? Usually I decorate my house. I put big red bows. Sometimes I'll do lights, but it's a lot of work, right? I hate taking it down. But I need to go my mom's probably watching. She's probably thinking, you better go put your wreath on your door. So I'll go put my wreath on my door. That's easy enough to like take off and put up, right? But I usually decorate, like I have flower baskets or boxes or whatever in my windows up top. And I'll change the flowers, but I just had the window sills fixed and I got to put the flower boxes in. So I'm kind of like, I haven't really gotten into it. I haven't really gotten into it this much this year. Yeah. Well, I have a tree up, but it's in this room. The cat likes to get into stuff too. Last Christmas, excuse me, my daughter, she had a wild hair. She moved down south. Goodness gracious. She moved down south. On Christmas Day, I drove down there, picked her up, and drove her back. This is after she graduated college for a couple months. So I drove all the way down south, picked her up, drove her back up here. The Christmas before was very depressing. I lost my kitty on Christmas night. So I did not want to really celebrate last. Hi, Jules. Good to see you. Yes. I want to come visit Jules too. Jules is only like 3 hours from me. Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna get wild hair at my butt and Daphne. Just run, just drive and come see you. Run. I almost said run. I couldn't be running anywhere. Yeah, I know. I'm out. I'm iffy with trees too. Like I have fake trees. I don't like cutting real trees and putting them, you know what I mean? Because I don't know, guys. I love trees. Like literally, I'm a tree hugger. We need our trees, right? And a lot of our trees around here are getting this like this fungus or something on it. Like even the beautiful spruce trees, they're getting fungus and it's like eating away at them. It's horrible. No. Yeah, put some music on, some Christmas music, and drink eggnog and wrap some gifts. And light a candle, like a cinnamon candle. I love the cinnamon candles. Between Kara and Claire, I have 4 balls on my tree. Yeah, I bet. That's so funny. I want another doggy. I do. I want another German Shepherd. Like I want a puppy. But they're so expensive. My dog can't have puppies because she's too old now. She's 7. But her sister from a few years ago, from a litter a few years ago after her, just had puppies. And I'm like, oh, how much? Right? Because I wanted to stay in the family or want to stay in the family. And they're like $1,200. And I'm like, so expensive, right? I know like $1,200 for a doggo is just crazy. Yeah. Oh, that would be awesome. Canine gator. That would be so cute. $3.40 a gallon, cheap. Oh my gosh. Yeah, ours is cheap. I'm like, wait. I believe that CPS is the reason he cannot see his own kids. Yeah, and that's been for a while, I think, Cal. Yeah. When I was a kid, my dad brought home real trees every year and we planted them after. That's amazing, Esley. My grandfather, like this is a long time ago now, when I was a kid, they had a Christmas tree farm and they cut the trees and oh, it smelled so good, right? But now that I'm older, I don't know. I don't want to cut trees, you know? I want a kitten, please. You want my crazy? I have a crazy cat. No, I wouldn't. She's a pain, but I love her. Oh, $3,000. Wow. For Bellatrix. Wow. Wow. I paid $800 for mine. That's crazy. But that was 7 years ago. Was Malaya calling or whatever communication her mom at 8:30? Yes. Yes. It was 8:28 a.m., but Dan always has her sleeping at first. They were feeding the baby in their bedroom. They got changed later. Yep. I spent, oh my goodness, Pulu. $3,500. Oh my gosh, guys. Wow. Care was free, but I spent over $1,000. Yeah, the vet will the vet will drain your wallet, guys. They're absolutely ridiculous. When my cat, it would be a nightmare. Yeah, with the tree. When my cat was, that tumor was growing on her neck, right? They wanted $850, right? To take an x-ray and do an aspiration of it. I'm like, how can you people charge that much? Like, this is like, your animals are like, they're like our babies, right? They don't care. Like, guys, like, it's nuts. I had to get a credit card open up, and she still passed away. Like, it sucks, dude. Yeah, small potted pine tree. There you go. And decorating them later. Yeah, there you go. All right. I want to pick up, oh yeah, I meant to ask you how much your vet bill was, Jen. $2,100, guys, and 3 visits. That's freaking nuts. I was about to say you could buy a cheap car for that, but you really can't even buy a car for $2,100 anymore. That's nuts. Yeah. And they know, right? They know that you'll spend it because you love your animals. Yeah. Yep. Envision, I love that. I love the old Christmas movie. I love Christmas Vacation is like my favorite. He's so funny. It's so funny. That movie is so funny, man. I love it. I want to pick up some of this video that we were watching. All right, Shan Chan. For 2100, it might run. Yeah, right? Yeah, exactly. Might have lots of rust on it. I want to kind of pick up on this interview again, if you guys don't mind. Like I said, like I've never went through it with you guys, and if it's all right, if we can go through it, I'm going to put up his name because it's his channel, right? Because every time I watch stuff, I like catch little things. Give me a second, if you don't mind. The Bishop's Wife is good. I've never seen that. You watched Christmas Vacation last night? Yeah. It's so funny, right, Meep? I like when he grabs the eggnog. He's like, this is good, this is good. Or the guy outside with the... Oh, the propane is so stupid, right? Yeah, mine was $600 and some for 300 gallons. Or is it 200 gallons or 300? 300 gallons. Stupid. Yes, that would be so much fun, Jules. I would love that. New York City. Oh my goodness. New York City is fun, right? If you're going for like New Year's Eve, well, if you wear a diaper, if you go for New Year's Eve, and like to watch the parades and stuff, right? I've never seen that. I never even heard of that movie. Oh, that's so cool, Liza. That's awesome. You know, guys, like I will be here on Christmas Eve. You guys come on over and we'll all hang out and talk about the cases and stuff. That's also owned by Big Pharma. It is not about health of the pet. It's about the amount. Yeah, it is. It's sad, Tina. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It's a Wonderful Life as a staple year. Aw. And watch the Santa Claus. No, that's awesome. I love that. Reindeer eggnog. Yeah, I love that. I'd rather be on saltwater beach and fire. The thing is, like, when you're like, when you miss it though, like Christmas is supposed to be like beautiful, snowing, like family, opening gifts. That's the way I look at it, right? I remember like when I was a kid, like I got so aggravated. I'm like, oh my gosh, why did I gotta go to everybody's stinking house on Christmas? But I miss that now that my grandparents and stuff are passed away. And so it, you know, you just gotta cherish the moments, right? And that's what makes memories. Behavior. Yes. Where is that video? I cannot find it. That's the one I was looking for. The above site is the one you're watching. Okay. Is it in there? Hold on. Great. Hold on. I don't see it. That's me. Hold on. Wait a minute. I was watching this earlier. Well, I was watching this too. That's a behavioral panel. I don't see posts in their photos. Hold on. Where's it at? Greg. I don't see it. There's Brooks. There's Hunter S. Hold on. Where did you see it at? Greg commenting on the... I don't know what that is. Hold on. I don't see it. Hold on. I don't see it. You got it? Shit. Hold on. I don't think I could click on the link. Jules, can you... Shit. Yeah, it won't let... Hold on. Okay, here. I got it, Jules. Thank you. I can click on my video here. It won't let me click on the link. Give me a second.
Got it.
Okay, hold on. Yes, because I watched this when it first came out. It's good. All right, give me a sec. Let me remove this and we'll go up to it. Thank you, Jules. I appreciate you, honey. I appreciate you. Okay, go to channel. Hold on, goodness gracious, come on. I have the slowest internet for like, it's supposed to be high speed, maybe for a turtle. Come on. There you go. Okay, there we go. Oh, I do. I have it in a playlist. Hold on one second. Let me. Stop. Okay. All right. I got it, you guys. Thank you. Thank you, Jules, for sending that. Oh, hi, Ken. I'm really sorry to hear what happened with your mom. That's real tough. I'm so sorry to hear that. Well, you can come hang out with us on Christmas Eve. We'll all be hanging out in here, chit-chatting. Oh, that's so sad. Losing your mom. Yeah. That's like one of the worst things. All right, let me remove this.
Him from the behavior panel.
Oh, shoot.
But he's also written several books on body language and behavior, including this one I've got right here, How to Spot a Liar. Greg Hartley is here with me today to break down the behavior of Jack and Lilly's mom and stepdad. And there's a lot happening beneath the surface. So let's dive right in.
Congrats on your channel.
Thank you.
Glad things are going well for you.
Oh, thank you so much. I wanted to say thank you so much for all of the lessons that you have taught me the last 5 years. It's been incredible. I would not be where I am today had it not been for you guys. There would be no Prime Minister of Behavior without the behavior panel. So
you do a great job. You do a great job on all the stuff you do too, Sadie. Look, everybody who's watching you, if you hadn't subscribe to this channel. Sadie's one of our best friends in the whole world. She's family. She's more than friends. She's part of the team you see behind her there.
Yeah.
So Sadie's learned a lot of stuff. And remember, my whole mindset about body language and behavior is I use this whole system I call READ, read. And it's about review, put things in boxes, figure out this is this and this is that, but no meaning. Evaluate, understand how everything goes together, analyze, look at the big picture, and then take your knowledge, that D piece, take your knowledge and decipher what it means. And because of that, I think that every time somebody learns this skill set, they bring a new facet to it because they're looking at it from their life experiences, not from mine. And I always say, I'm lucky enough that I've had more than one career to learn from. And I was a good interrogator, did a lot of interrogation, but then I got the chance to live with civilians who haven't committed a crime and have to work through them. And that gave me a whole new insight into this, how these skills work. So your life skills are going to do the same for you. And no two of us will have exactly the same skill set, which is what I think is beautiful about this thing.
Absolutely.
So today I got up at 3 a.m. to leave the place I was in. I was in the airport and I was going to send this to you at 4 a.m. And I was like, yeah, that's a little bit early.
I figured you might. But I was just digging through videos and I really wanted to cover this case you guys are dealing with because I think we can add some value as a team. But I don't think we're going to. I think it needs some immediate action. And you and I both agreed, let's just look at it. Mm-hmm. And I found 20 seconds of a clip that I just went, oh, I need to call Sadie. And that's how we got started on this conversation. And you said, well, you wait till you see the mother. So I'd seen the father. Yeah.
Realized I have not seen anything of the mother. Sadie's pulled some clips and we're going to talk about those. I'm not going to preach. We're going to talk. How's that?
Perfect.
Me and my family still go out sometimes and search, but everything's been searched that we can really dive into at this time. They have over 12,000 man hours searched in the woods, and they're planning on doing more, which I'm really grateful for.
First off, what was your immediate response when you saw that 10 seconds, 20 seconds, whatever it was?
So I noticed before in another video that he did, he talks very, he speaks in finality. He doesn't say, oh, it's ongoing, He talks as if the search is already done, it's like, oh yeah, we did that. We searched everything. It's, it's done.
Yeah, and some people do that.
Right.
Usually you don't think they'll do that when there's hope for their child. Some people talk about everything in past tense. One of the things I always push back on statement analysis about is some people just are educated differently. I'm not sure he's the smartest guy in the world. So I can't tell by this video, but I did see a couple of things. But yeah, it seems pretty closed-ended. Not, hey, can you help us?
Right.
Not, hey. I mean, for me, if my kid was missing, I'd be like, hey, guys, we've done everything. We know how. How about you help us? Write in, send ideas, do anything. Look, you got a cell phone. Take pictures of any little kid footprints you got.
Yeah.
None of that's there. Nothing. It just feels like, well, they've been gone a few days. All right, maybe we just throw in the towel now.
Yeah.
It just feels awkward. Yeah, that part feels awkward. I agree with you.
It really feels like at the same time, it also has been
over a month now at this point. I guess the interview was a few days ago that this happened.
Okay.
So it's been almost a month at this point. So I feel like at that point you would likely be.
Yeah, you'd feel pretty destitute. And I say this all the time. Usually you're lost everything. I mean, I don't share this all the time, but we lost son.
Mm-hmm.
And in 3 weeks, I had but I can't know how Dina even got through it. But in 3 weeks, your personality is gone. You're so emotionally wrung out. You just can't. I mean, it's unimaginable. And a lost child is probably as bad or worse.
Mm-hmm.
There's the lost child, at least there's still that glimmer of hope at the end.
Right.
But I don't know. The thing for me that made the reason I called you, the reason I texted this though, is we want you to go back and watch as we talk about this. And Sadie's going to figure out how to make that really pretty because she does that for us all the time. But this guy, his speech patterns change as he's talking about where they have searched. He's got a pretty good little clip going there.
Families still go out sometimes and search, but everything's been searched.
And then he goes to
everything's been searched.
And I always say what's going on is the monkey brain is taking over. That cat brain. This is when the guys always joke around when I said I'm bringing a monkey to the dance. I work really hard to get people to this position where they can't think.
Right.
And he is trying to figure the right words. And he says, dive into it.
I'm going to leave it there for a minute because I want to show your message here. Hi, Sarah. Good to see you, sweetheart. Hi, Sheila, honey. Thank you for being here. She says, yes, their words are important, but I also think you can analyze almost anyone to fit a narrative. I look at behaviors more than language. Yes, you have to. You have to look at, everything all in a whole, right? I look and focus on patterns more. That's just who I am, right? I look to see what their history is like, right? Well, we know with Daniel that he's done math. I mean, we just did a whole article and all that about it, right? So we have rug use. Now we have from the family, this is just from the family, alleged abuse, right? Now that's just from the family's words. That's just alleged abuse. He is a stepfather, right? Which, there's nothing wrong with that, but usually in missing children's cases, there's usually a step parent involvement. It's just what it is. And then, what is the other one? There was another one too that I always talk about, but anywho, you have to analyze all of it into a whole with these cases, right? Words, behavior, would there be a motive? Like if you know what I mean? Like think of motives. What would be the motive? And just speculate. I'm not saying yes, right? What would be a motive for Daniel? Like if there was something he did to the children, right? It would be maybe allegedly Malaya was leaving, or maybe allegedly he didn't want Jack and Lilly around because they weren't his blood children, right? Or maybe someone on the property didn't want them around. What would be Malaya's motive, right? As well, like she seemed like everybody else was taking care of him but her, from the way they talk, right? And then also like maybe allegedly if the children were being abused, like we've been told from the family, maybe she felt like unaliving was the best option for them, right? To put so they're not experiencing any pain. And that is one of the it's really sad to talk about that. It is one of the things it mentions with moms and their children, the reasons why, and I'm not saying she did, I'm just saying allegedly and a whole, right? So you got to look at everything. Long story short, you got to look at everything. Oh, sorry. Have I been frozen? You've been froze this whole time on food part. Oh, but you can still hear me talking? That's weird. No, you're fine. Hi, Broken Blessed guys. Good to see you. Yeah, you're fine. You don't have to talk. Malaya's motive is to hide from CPS. Yeah, I remember her writing to Belinda to hide from CPS. That's weird, right? Mm-hmm. I like Chris McDonough. Yes.
At this time,
Not only does he say that, his shoulders come up and he bounces a little bit when he says it. and it's out of place. Everything, go back and watch cadence, watch pronunciation, watch volume about dive. Watch all those pieces and tell me what you see, or what do you see, Sadie? Because this is out of his base and a weird choice of words. If I were talking to law enforcement, I would start searching the water around this place. That's a weird choice of words. Maybe he says it all the time.
Everything's been searched that we can really dive into at this time.
My little suspicious brain is going, something's up here. Embedded confessions look just like that.
Wow. When you sent me that message and you gave me that timestamp, I went right to it and I saw that, and I hadn't even put that together before you had said that. And it was so shocking to see that.
Yeah, it's just such a weird word pattern change. And look, when we talk about body language, what we're really talking about is change, because all of us communicate. And, I always say this, 3 pieces, 2 pieces. The 3 pieces you communicate with are gestures, illustrators, and regulators. And the 2 pieces that protect you are adapters and barriers. We expect a person to be fluid and speak and move their hands. He's not doing that we can see. His shoulders go up when he says dive is the only time we see any real movement. He's communicating something, whether it's intentional or not is another question. Is he communicating we don't know where else to look, we're hopeless? But dive is a weird choice of places there. So I think I'd dig in a little bit if I were the police.
Wow. Yeah, that's great.
Weird.
Wow. So now we can watch
The mom.
Yeah, let's watch.
I haven't seen her yet at all. So this will be interesting. And sorry, guys, we haven't gotten to this on the channel, but I think it's more important to say that you do it because you're local, you reach more people close. And yeah, and thank you for bringing me on.
Oh my gosh, thank you for being here. I told you this is like a dream come true. This is like,
don't be silly. This is your family.
oh my gosh, thank you.
I'm just staying as hopeful as possible. I want them home. I want to hold them. And I want them home. What happened was we woke up, I heard them playing in the next room beside us, and I was drifting in and out of sleep. And they're not the type of kids that we tell them not to go outside on their own. We always make sure that we're out there with them, watching them. Mm-hmm. And they happen to just get out that sliding door and we can't hear it when it opens. And they were outside playing, but we weren't aware of it at the time. And the next thing we knew, it was quiet. And we get up and I tell him, my partner, Daniel, I tell him, do you hear the kids? Okay. And he says, no. And we get up instantly. We're looking outside. We're looking everywhere, yelling for them. And I instantly just call 911. I just had the instinct I needed to call. They're both really go-lucky children. They're so sweet. They talk to anyone. They'll talk your ear off. They will speak to anyone in a store. Everyone. They're just extremely sweet kids.
Yeah, you know my first observations, just very first things. And remember, this is the first time I've seen her. Up talk, when she's talking about the kids. Down talk when she's talking about what other people have said to her. That's a baseline deviation, because if other people have said something and you're saying, they told me, why would you say the kids are good? They would go outside. The other question that comes to mind for me immediately, and this is without body language, if you know they go outside because you tell them not to, why don't you fix that problem? I would want to go see the door and say, how'd they get out? Because, I block my own sliding door with some kind of apparatus so somebody can't open it, much less if children are in there so people can come in. Forget the children going out. Why wouldn't you have a lock of some kind so nobody can come in? So there's a ton of questions from a logic point of view. But that up talk, she appears to have grief in her brow, but she's also in the sun, which is tough. I mean, when a person's in the sun, they may do that. I do it a lot because I'm very pale skinned and blue eyed. So in the sun, I'm doing that all the time. So it's really tough to know, is the person squinting or showing grief? I don't see, there were a couple other things in there too. We played a fairly long clip. What about you, Sadie? Because you watched it.
Well, I noticed that she doesn't start with, the way that she starts the story is at the very beginning of the day, as opposed to when you come out of the room and you see that your children are gone. I feel like that would be the most important thing to highlight. Yeah.
I think that's a good call. Sometimes if it's been a while, then then it may take a while and you may go back and answer questions because people
Right.
have poked and prodded you. Like
This-
guys I've interrogated, they almost start always back at the beginning of the story if you give them a chance.
Okay. This interview, for context, was the day after. So they
Oh,
left
yeah,
on the
I
Friday,
agree.
and this is on the Saturday.
Feels like a setup. Then. Yep.
Yes.
They're saying, oh, early in the morning, we heard them. And then of course, remember Cleo Smith, the little
Yeah.
girl? They said the same thing. Remember,
Yeah.
they said we could hear her in the room next to us and then we couldn't hear her.
Mhm.
So sometimes people do feel guilty and will tell you more details.
Mhm.
She's at least less, right out of the gate, as far as we watched, she's at least less concerning for me than the guy. Because that big word pattern disruption
Hmm.
makes me want to, and look, it can be nothing.
Yeah.
But, he would get undivided attention if I were in the room with him over that statement. What else
Yeah.
did you see? Because I again, the
There's
first time
a-
looking at it,
Yeah. And it was a long clip. I should have broken it to parts.
we can go back and watch pieces if you want. I got time for whatever you want to do. I thought I saw disgust in there one time too. But it can be sunlight as well. So there's reason I didn't mention it when I saw the little nose crinkle.
It's been raining and they're probably soaking wet, but with the sun today, I'm hopeful that they are feeling warm. We're all filled with pain and sorrow because we just want them found.
Look at her
I want
forehead now. When she says pain and sorrow, the horseshoe's gone. It was there earlier. Yeah,
want
and
them
in
home.
this case, I'm less suspicious of her saying wet because she's saying it's been raining. I get that. The other guy, though, that dive thing is just so out of place. I mean, where do they live? They live right on the ocean?
They live right in the middle of the woods, but there are lakes around. And I mean,
Okay.
it's Nova Scotia, so there's ocean like
Surrounded by water.
An hour away.
an hour. Yeah, if that. Like,
Oh, I'm just wondering because some people use dive all the time because maybe that's his hobby or that kind of thing.
yeah,
So I'm trying to give him benefit of a doubt, but
right.
that choice of words, if you were doing a normal choice of words and you use it all the time, you would say, there's no place to dive in. That's not what he does.
Yeah.
Tell me what you've got, Sadie, because you probably got a ton of stuff. You've been watching this, and
Oh yeah, I've been overwatching this. I feel like I've been getting too far into it. It's so interesting because to be honest, I had a lot of red flags with her, and I'm still on the fence with the stepfather. So there's one point where she stumbles over the word search effort, which I just stumbled over. So I guess that's not
Right,
really saying
right.
much, but I
I
just
heard that.
was wondering what you thought of that.
Yeah, I heard it, and I didn't assign anything to it because it's a weird, people don't use it every day. It's not
Right.
like 7-Eleven or something like that, convenience store.
Yeah.
Most of us don't ever have a reason to have search effort. We don't. I mean,
Right.
I'm a military guy, so different kind of mindset. But you would think that she would have a little. The lilting up is my problem. Search effort didn't. And let's go back and listen. I bet when she says search effort, she doesn't lilt up. She
Mhm.
only does it when she's talking about the kids.
Yeah. that's-
She's asking for approval when she's talking about the kids and not when she's talking about other things. Good call out though, because those kinds of things sometimes are the biggest red flag.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's so
Yeah, you gotta put it in local dialect because different parts of the country, Canada, everywhere, people use certain words, right? Like I know Nova Scotia, they said, "Give your head a shake," right? We don't say that here in New York. We don't say that, right? So there's different wording everywhere you live. So, and also, right, like, I mean, Nova Scotia, it's surrounded by water. Like you can't go anywhere without there being freaking water for the most part. So, I mean,
there's so much going on here that there's just so many questions regarding this case in general where you just have no idea what's happening. So everything
And,
is
here's the thing: when you lose a kid, things are. I mean, God forbid anybody deals with a kid getting kidnapped or lost or even any of that.
Mhm.
But your brain, there's no place in your brain for that. And when it first happens, you're scrambling for trying to understand. You don't have any. This is a frame of reference problem. And if it's day one, you can be scrambling for what the hell, how this happened, what did I do wrong,
Right.
even if it is above board. Now add to that, when it isn't above board, a different story. So I think we have to give them a benefit of a doubt a lot of times. And you'll hear me say that, like, sometimes people have no frame of reference. Sometimes there might be
Oh shit, I was off camera. That's why you guys couldn't hear me. I'm seriously talking to myself. I forget when I'm not on frame, it doesn't play the sound. How stupid is that, right, guys? It's me, you guys. So yes, I was asking about the whole I'm sorry guys, jeez. It's when I remove myself from the camera, from the frame, so you guys can watch the video. It's it makes me to where you can't hear me too, I guess. It's some kind of glitch, I guess. Your camera didn't break. So what I was responding to was I told him, right? I told him, do you hear the kids? Wouldn't you say it more like I asked him instead of I told him? Right? Or do you like I was telling him, she didn't say his name either, right? She didn't say his name at all, like really. She just said my partner, him, right? Like very distancing, in my opinion.
drugs involved, meaning they were sleeping because,
Right.
and there's guilt associated. I don't know anything about these people, but if they drank a lot the night before and they slept through and their kids disappeared, that could be guilt.
Yeah.
So I try to look for all those reasons when I'm thinking about it. And so, yeah, I appreciate you doing it this way. Sadie, it's worth looking for. That lilt up is my first red flag.
Yeah.
I appreciate the
Search effort.
huge search effort going on right now. But we've been pushing for an Amber Alert, which hasn't been issued.
They were really adamant that they were abducted and they weren't really looking into any other option.
That's different. Yeah. When a person comes up with, especially if you live in the woods, you live in the woods, you know, if I live in the woods and my kids have access to a door, truly have access to a door and can go out and play.
Yeah.
Like I said, number one, I'm going to bolt that door shut because these are little babies, you know.
Absolutely.
But number two, my first horror would be they're lost in the woods.
Yes.
I'm going to try to find.
Okay, what he just said there, right? You live out in the woods. We remember Daniel bolted, or he put a wrench on the front door, right? Daniel put a wrench on the front door. You had to say your partner. I think so too, Cal. Why didn't they secure the back door? A bear can open a sliding door too. So wouldn't it be easier for the bear to get in the back, in my opinion? Like that little gate ain't gonna freaking keep a bear out. And the thing is, Daniel couldn't remember if it was open or closed, right? So wouldn't they, if they're securing, this is what I'm trying to get at. If they were making sure the door was secured in the front, wouldn't you make sure the back door was secure too? You know what I mean? You guys see what I'm saying? I don't know. Don't tell me that I'll never sleep again, Daphne. A little bears climbing on the door. Oh yeah, those bears will open doors all the time. Yeah. A sliding door is easy for them. All they do is grab the, you know what I mean? And slide it right open. Yeah. Black bears aren't that mean though. I think this story about the bear and the door is bullshit. I don't open the door and walk in and say, hey, Yogi. Yeah. I don't think so either. I think they absolutely had a bear in their yard. I mean, bear are everywhere. Like where I live, there are freaking bear everywhere. I'm telling you guys, it's nuts. Like there's one every night. Hey, Justin, good to see you. So I don't believe the bear thing. I do think the bear does come in the yard, but I don't believe that the bear is, you know what I mean? Yeah, but that little tiny fence though, Cal, like a bear just jump right over that. I had a bear jump over my 5-foot fence, right? Just a few months ago. And it walked up I have a deck on my second story, right? And the bear walked up the stairs onto my deck and got into a little trash bag I left out there. And it literally took the whole freaking bag and dragged it, like, well, probably carried it, trying to look for something to eat, right? Yeah. I mean, they can. But I don't know, guys. I mean, there's bear everywhere in rural areas.
I would look for footprints and look for all that. I mean, my brain goes to logical first.
Logical,
How would
me too.
you didn't hear the door open? You didn't hear a kid scream like, "Oh my God, who's here?"
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So why would you immediately go to abducted? Unless they're saying they wandered in the woods and got abducted.
Right.
And that would mean somebody's waiting for them because they're
Yeah.
in the woods. So there's a lot of logic things when somebody immediately goes to they're abducted.
Yeah.
Because that disperses the search
Exactly.
quickly
Well-
and takes people off of other things.
And the interesting thing too is that they keep throughout the multiple interviews, she only did one. She only did this one. And the
Okay.
stepfather did multiple. And it's always been said that they are very friendly. They'll talk to anybody. They'll talk your ear off. So it makes it
Okay.
seem like they're kind of setting it up so that they're, they were abducted, kind of like pushing the attention elsewhere.
Well, that's when a person immediately goes to abduction. Of course, that's a fear of all parents that their child.
Get out of here. What did you say? You're going to make me sing a Merry Christmas song? Justice. Jesus, I can't talk. Justin, thank you for being a member for 3 months. Merry Christmas. Wonder if Janie is ho-ho-hoing with the Washa Spinna. Thank you so much for being a member here for 3 months. You freaking rock. You seriously do. You rock. I apologize. I'm on my phone and can't tag names. Oh, I wish they would do that, right? I wish they would change that where you could tag names on the phone. Because like it sucks. Like you can't just touch and like say something, right? It sucks. Even on StreamYard, like I can't tag a name and do that either. Unless I don't know what I'm doing, but that might be what it is. Ho ho ho, oyster shaka. Thank you, Justin. You're awesome. Thank you. Yeah. Oh my God, guys. Hey, you should read the math article we read earlier. Using her oyster shekel and Dremel. Get out of here. What's a Dremel tool? My Dremel tool.
Abducted if they're out. But that's more likely to happen if you're in a populated area.
For sure.
You live on acreage, especially if you have dogs and all that kind of thing. I don't know anything about their situation.
Mhm.
When people go that way, when they know they insist they're abducted, then you're like, okay, how could that possibly be? We're in the
Yeah.
woods. The McCanns immediately said she's abducted.
Mhm.
Well, of course they did because they're in a very tightly populated area and she's disappeared.
Right.
And they walked all around the place and looked. And people will say that that's criminal. That they did something. By the way, there's a brand new search going on right now in Portugal for the two places that guy who's the prime suspect occupied, looking for remains.
Wow.
So just to give you an example, this is 19 years later.
Holy.
So children can disappear into thin air, and it can be an abduction. So I understand why people would feel that way. But like you, that would be your first call if your kids were not where they were supposed to be, where you live. You'd be like, oh my God, they're in the woods.
Yeah. There's bears. Like there's
Bears. Bears.
Yeah. 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 I would not jump to that. Yeah, it's very interesting that was, and it seems like that was a big point for them, just continuously trying to push Amber Alert, somebody abducted them.
So let's talk about something let's remember we talked about D and read. Most important things is D. Let's talk about how you would react. Not just you, but your neighbors. You live in the same province. You live in a very wooded area, not far from there.
Yeah.
And your immediate reaction would be, hey, where are my kids?
Yeah.
What else? What's abnormal from a cultural point of view that you're noticing that I wouldn't pick up on?
Right. I guess that I feel like there's just so much. Like, I think that's why I'm so drawn to this case, because there's so much to it that I'm finding so many things abnormal. It's not just like one thing, it's everything. Like, even like you said, the door, they say that the sliding door is quiet and they snuck out of it. And
put a bell on the damn thing. I mean,
but even looking, there's like a picture that was taken of it, and it does not look silent. It does not look like a quiet door that a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old could open easily. Right. And I mean, same thing. We have one of those doors in our bedrooms, and there's a 2x4 like blocking it, so it can't open.
Yep.
So I don't know. There's just.
Pass the sniff test for love.
Okay, let's just pause it right there. I want you guys to think for a minute, right? Was Meadow, we definitely can say that Meadow was probably crawling, right? Meadow was probably crawling. And don't you think, I said this in the way beginning, don't you think they probably like baby-proof the house? Like, don't you think that they would be scared that Jack and Lilly would leave the door open and Meadow could crawl out or something when they're not watching? You think so? So I go to think, like, wouldn't they have some type of like bar or some type of device that would make sure that the doors are secure? Like I said, guys, why would they secure the front door but not the back? I don't know. I just find that quite odd. But I was paying $18 a month for my dinosaur rotor. Oh my gosh, yeah. I probably need to update mine too. Like my dinosaur computer. I heard that she wasn't walking. Okay, I remember that. But she was definitely crawling though, right? She was definitely crawling. $88 for basic internet. Ugh, so crazy. If she was 16, 18 months, she may be walking. You would think. And I know that they said no. Who said that Meadow wasn't walking? Usually children are walking by a year old, guys. So why wasn't she walking when 16 to 18 months, not walking? You know what I mean? My daughter started trying to walk at 6 months old. My son, it took him about to his first birthday, right? It just depends. But 16 to 18 months, that's late, really late, right? I remember when my daughter and son took their first steps. But yeah, well, the thing is, why would you secure the front door and not secure the back? I think Daniel would be like paranoid about something happening to his daughter, Meadow, in my opinion. I think he would be paranoid about that. At 16 months taller, the mastery walker. Yeah, starting to run and saying more words. Absolutely, Susie. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. What if the kids tried to get out the front door and the wrench fell down and hit one of them in the head? But think about it. Like, I had to put locks at the top of every. Yeah, I remember I had to put stuff in the plugs, like the outlets, like the plastic things. You have to put the knobs on the doors. You have to put locks on the under the sink, the cabinet, so they're not grabbing cleaner and stuff like that. I had so much shit, and this was like in the early 2000s. I had little buzzers because you don't hallway, you don't want, you know what I mean? So when they get of age and are able to get out of their like toddler bed, right, and get up when you don't know, right? you have little buzzers that like make loud noises if they open a certain door. My daughter, she was so cute when she was little. She goes, "Mommy, the bird is making a loud noise." And it's not a bird, it was a buzzer, because it would tell us if she got up, right? This when my son he was still a baby, but she would like, it would tell us if she got up. Like, parents are supposed to like have stuff like this and watch your kids. And it was so loud, it sounded like a loud bird to her. That's what she said, "Mommy, the loud birdie, it's so loud." It was so cute. Your son started walking at 13. My son was a year. I remember it was like around his first birthday. These kids were not work diff whatsoever. It's apparent they had didn't have autism, in my opinion, as far as the days long. Yeah, I think it was neglect too, in my opinion. Honestly, I mean, obviously, she wasn't walking nowhere. It was stated she was not mobile at all. That's crazy, though, to me. Where was it stated? I know I've seen it, but I can't remember where I read that. Yeah, my daughter did too, with her little fat legs, like her little fat legs. My son was walking at 9 months old. My daughter walked on her own the week after her first birthday. Yeah, that's usually when they do. That's a lot. That's a long time. Like, black bears are very dangerous, especially. I don't know. Black bears run from everything around here, but they will get into everything though. If they were so worried about a bear, why did they leave the? Yeah. Good question, Shan. Good question. If they were so worried about a bear breaking in, then why did they leave the children unsupervised? There you go. $1 million question. Who's going to answer that? Who's going to answer that? Rug use. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, salty. Embarrassed can learn how to. Embarrassed can learn. Yeah, they can open it. Yeah. My opinion, these kids were, they were some baby walk at 8 months. I had all boys and they were all walking about 1 year old. Yeah, usually boys walk later than girls. Well, from my experience anyways. Kiki said she wasn't walking. That's who said it? Okay, Kiki said she wasn't walking. I worked with children who have been held and have not started to walk until 2-3 years. God, mothers wanted to keep their child an infant. That's wow. That's too much. That's not right. That's not right at all. Jeez. But think about it though. Why put that lock there? But yet not supervisory. So who are you locking in the house, guys? Yeah, boys usually walk around a year. The fridge had a lock on it. The front door had a wrench on it to keep it closed. And still, yeah, you got to keep those plastic plugs in. I had change on the top of the inside of the door so they couldn't get out. Yeah, the door was locked and even just touched the middle, the door alarm would sound. My God, those alarms are so loud, those old ones. Yeah, so I just find it that very odd that the wrench was there, guys. I really do. Who are they keeping in? Monitor on them to check their breathing. Yeah. Oh my God, Justin, I was like that too. Like I would like put my hand, because they sleep so still, right? I would put my hand right here. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're breathing, right? You're breathing. Like it'd freak me out. Like, and you have to, I had the little, oh my gosh, those little things where they can't turn, because it was put your baby on your back, right? When my kids were little, you keep them on your back. Do not let them lay on their stomach unless they're old enough to lift their head, right? And they'd sleep so still. And it's like, oh my gosh, that's like the worst. That was one of the worst things. Like if God forbid, like my child, something happened to my kid when they were a baby with the SIDS, you know what I mean? Yeah, Kiki said a lot. I mean, do we think Kiki was like telling the truth with everything? I mean, she heard it from Wade. Oh yeah, I know she does. She looks good. She looks absolutely like she's such a cute little girl, right? Yeah, I know. I seen that NYC Boomer. Yep, bingo. Pacifiers, yep. Oldest one, the other two are 14. Yep. The math is mathing right here. This question is a really good question. Well, usually the bear will go after like bird feed, if that makes sense. The bird feeders, for some reason, bear love bird feeders. I don't know what it is. I've seen them rip those giant bird feeders out of the ground. I have a picture actually of one huge monster like this. It looks like a person in a bear outfit, like just messing around. It's funny. Yeah, Kiki got Meadows age wrong too. She's like, I hadn't seen her since she was like 16 months old or something. And I'm like, well, that's recently. Grizzlies, yeah, they're dangerous. They're more dangerous, in my opinion. And they're huge compared to black bears. People around here feed the black bears. I don't know why, but yeah, the eastern side doesn't have grizzlies, guys. My queen size bed and turned to pick laundry. My cousin adopted a little baby boy. His first name is Robert, and he couldn't walk, and he was nearly 5 years old. Oh, they never let him out of the crib. He had to have braces on his legs. Now he's in college. Oh my gosh, that is so sad. Oh, that is so sad. Why? What is wrong with people? What is wrong with people? Oh, it makes me so sick to my freaking stomach, like lazy, right? Like it's just ridiculous. That is so sad. Oh, I know. I saw the lock on the fridge. Yeah. It looks like, so that's why I asked. Okay. That's why I asked if there was anything, for instance, like any kind of baby proofing, because there was like, it was like a lock, right? Like the ones that are double-sided sticky tape that you put on your fridge, right? It's usually to keep babies out, but it was up higher. So that was telling me they were trying to keep somebody taller out, right? Just from I was observing. If they were trying to keep Meadow out, right? If she's crawling around, the lock would be lower for Jack and Lilly to open. But this lock was higher up by the freezer part, from what I could tell. I tied our dog to the stroller once when Nate was little, and the dog took, oh my gosh. Oh my God, that's scary. Justin, Kiki is Wade's daughter. So Malaya's mom's boyfriend's daughter. It's a long one, right? Hi, Kim. Good to see you. Good to see you. Here, we'll continue watching this one because the other one's really long. I've already been on here for 2.5 hours. Hold on one second.
Logic, number one. We all are going, something's wrong.
Yeah.
Then when I hear that up talk, if we go back and listen to that up talk, we can figure out which parts she up talked and which parts she didn't, and say, is there a problem there?
Yeah.
Because I would say body language is what brought me to the YouTube channel, but I'm really a motivation guy. I'm about what's going on in somebody's head when they're doing this. And so I look, big ears, little eyes. I listen first and then look. So I hear those things. They scream at me when a person's doing all that up talk.
Wow. That's very interesting. I noticed that on I Want Them Home. She does an up talk. And it just really it seems so uncertain that she wants them home, which is weird. And then she does a shoulder shrug when she says I want them home again for the second time. She does a double shoulder shrug.
Yeah, and you know that can, if your hands are up, that can be helplessness. Look, I want them home. That can be helplessness. But if
so
it's
let's see. Yeah, let's see.
that'd be
Let's see,
interesting to
because that's right at the start, and then we can watch the up talk, the tone
Okay.
as
Yeah,
well
that
at the
sounds
same
good.
time.
As hopeful as possible. I want them home. I want to hold them. And I want them home. What happened was we woke up. I heard them playing in the next room beside us. And I was drifting in and out of sleep. And they're not the type of kids that we tell them not to go outside on their own. We always make sure that we're out there with them, watching them. And they happen to just get out that sliding door and we can't hear it when it opens.
So here, you hear that and.
Yes.
Those are opportunities. It doesn't mean that the person's being deceptive.
Okay.
Anytime a person says and, that is a shortened version of and then after that.
And
Right.
then
And that's called time hiding.
Yes.
Because any time a person
Oh,
uses
okay.
a contracted time, there's a problem.
Mhm.
Because remember, I talk about occasionally micro interview. And a micro interview says, you said and, hold on, let's open that up.
Mm.
And then you listen. This is a beautiful way to catch a lot of liars. They're running along, they're going boom, 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 and then after that, everything else goes away. You pick the and then,
Mm.
and then you open that up and you say, okay, let's narrow this down a little bit. You just keep doing that until you find the anomaly. And often body language comes with it because that and then is the smoothest way to pass over omitted time.
Mhm.
And omitted time, I always use the example. I went to write my ex-wife her alimony check and then went home, but you backed over. You just didn't mention it. That's the way people lie. It's the easiest way. If I can glide over something, again, not saying that's the case, but it's a good indicator. She's saying and that you need to clean it up and ask some questions. Might be your normal speech pattern.
I did actually notice that the and hiding time.
People do it to you every day, so you don't notice it's a problem. And then I went to, and after that, and what's interesting is like the forward and backward pass that you use. I didn't learn that in interrogation. I learned that actually running construction projects because you forward and backward pass construction to make sure you're not missing anything. And, I was teaching interrogation still at the time at lettered agencies up in DC. And I said, look, forward backward pass is a powerful tool we use in project management that can take a story apart because timelines nobody practices backward.
Right. Yeah, it's like doing the alphabet backwards.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. I always think it's unfair when they're trying to pull somebody over and they're trying to catch them for drunk driving. They say that the alphabet backwards. I'm, like, I'm drunk, man. I'm drunk right now.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know how to do that, and I'm sober.
Yeah, exactly.
that's what
I think that's pretty much it. Most of the things that
that's what they try to get you. Yeah, they want to see what you say. If they say the alphabet backwards, I can't do that when I'm sober. All right, there's another 20 minutes on this.
that I have. Except, I guess we kind of went over the. They're so sweet. They talk to anyone.
Go play that little piece too. Because that's where the lilting starts. Right after that, I think is where the lilting gets worse. Right?
Yeah,
They're both really go-lucky children. They're so sweet. They talk to anyone. They'll talk your ear off. They will speak to anyone in a store. Everyone. They're just extremely sweet kids.
Not a whole lot. There's just opportunities for her to hide information that I would not leave alone.
right.
And there's some logic gaps. Your culture, the culture. Look, most of the people who are going to watch you could have 1 million people watch this, and 20 would probably know the culture because you live in a very secluded area, very isolated area. And so you'll have more understanding. So talk about that in your analysis. Say, look, I live in this world.
Yeah.
This is not how things go.
No.
Where I live in the part of Georgia I live in, we recognize outsiders very quickly. We all do because the world is very different here. So take advantage. Remember, I always said everybody's born able to do the same things unless they have a disability.
Mhm.
And then we start assigning meaning to body language. And culture's primary power in body language is to pair your ability to do things.
Right.
So, your little kid will come in the room using a middle finger and you'll go, stop.
Yeah.
Because it means something.
Yeah.
At least it wouldn't mean the same thing.
Right.
Your little kid runs in and does that. Doesn't mean the same thing in UK.
Yeah.
So all those places, we start assigning meaning to it. And there's a lot of cultural anomaly, number one, in a given region, but also in the kind of people who move to wilderness.
Right.
I mean, you and I share a love for no neighbors up close. And my neighbors, I can't see one.
Yeah.
I've got one that's about 300 yards from me. good guy, good friend, a cop. We get along great. And then the neighbors drop off from there. You know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, one of the points that the stepfather made was that they wouldn't cross the street. So it's very
Yep, I remember that.
it's very strange because I have a 6-year-old, and it's very much like if she wanted to cross the street, she would probably cross the street if she felt like crossing, which she's not allowed to, but it doesn't mean they won't.
Sadie, this is a really weird one because the likelihood that this kid's just walked off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It really, it does not seem likely. And it's and
Okay, I want to stop it there with the crossing the street. Yeah. No. Oh, something flew in my mouth. Yuck. No coincidence. Yeah, they wouldn't cross the street. I remember reading that. Right. They won't cross the street, but they'll walk the road at 3. Yeah, kilometers. Yeah, exactly. Kilometers. Exactly. Why? It's on dispatch where it says they won't cross the street. Parents don't think that they'll cross the street. But yet they'll go. Why have they been told not to cross the road? But yet they never been told stranger danger. You know what I mean? That's kind of odd. You remember where the searchers were, right? When they got into an altercation with one of the family members. You're right. You remember that? They were across the street. They were across the street in the river when they got into an altercation with Janie's brother, Wayne McKenzie. Just wanted to bring that up. I thought that was strange, right? Don't go near the road. So it's stand out a reason they wouldn't sit. Yeah. But the thing is, they wouldn't tell them stranger danger, but yet they wouldn't cross the street. Like, so they taught them not to go across the street, but yet didn't teach them stranger danger, you know? I don't know, guys. That's just,
the fact that they're pushing the abduction is even more concerning.
That's a big red flag. It is a big red flag. And look, some people would do that because they want the government involved in everything. But usually people who move out to the woods don't want a lot of government involved.
No.
I mean, the last place you want to call is the government and say, hey, do this.
Yep. Also, for more context, I didn't want to say this beforehand, but the mother left the property after that interview that she had with the media.
Nope.
So apparently the stepfather and the mother got in a big fight of some kind, and now she's gone. She's left the property.
Interesting.
Yes.
I forgot how to spell her name. What the hell?
That could say something about a whole lot of things. Would you leave that alone for a minute?
Yeah. All right. So here's the stepfather.
I know they took their boots. That's pink boots for Lily, blue boots for Jack with dinosaurs on them. Lily had her backpack with white, and it was white, with strawberries on it. I imagine now if they're in the woods that it'd be probably brown, but I don't see them carrying their backpack. I don't see them keeping a pull-up on for that long after it got soaked from the very first day. We only found the 2 boot tracks outside of the house.
Whereabouts?
Right beside the house, probably 10 feet away from the backyard.
In the backyard, okay.
Nothing new, other than the helicopters are still in the air, and they had dogs. They took around the dogs today. And
I see one thing right off the bat. Why do you ask, Sadie? Why do you ask? They had their boots. You see that eye lock? Boom.
Yeah.
Something's up with eye lock like that. Now, maybe he's just socially awkward because, they said their kids are on the spectrum. It's possible he's got something going on there. But that hard eye lock is not typical of people on the spectrum either. Most of the time, they're all over the place.
Right.
But that hard eye contact, we always suspect a person when they do it. Scott and I, oddly enough, I have this thing up behind me still from last week from the show we just did for Thursday. And in that was where we talk about romancer. Remember that hard eye contact. It's, I want to make sure that you are paying attention to me, and I want to make sure of how things go.
Yeah.
Usually people are moving their eyes, especially in accessing. If we go back and look, and he's going, it was blue boots and pink boots and then a white backpack with red somethings on it.
Huh.
That's hard to do. I mean, let me ask you this. What's your little girl wearing right now? Watch your eyes.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's so true.
They took their boots. That's pink boots for Lily, blue boots for Jack with dinosaurs on them.
See,
Wow.
Her backpack.
I would be suspicious of this guy on a grand scale because that eye movement, he does downright. They took their boots. Remember, eye movement for me is a powerful thing. I'm the guy on the team who's always saying, boom, pay attention to it.
Yeah.
And, if you want me to give you.
And that's what I was talking about with the head gesture. When he popped his head in and looked on the kids after midnight, right? Remember, he turned the light on, looked at the kids after midnight, and he said they were already, right? He did it real quick and with the eyes. So, and that's where he's kind of going with the eyes, where I did with the head, right? Yeah. So, Justin, I played a clip earlier where Daniel, you have to slow it down some, where Daniel is talking about how he came in, right? And he looked on the kids after midnight. And this is, his head went like this. He goes, and the kids were already like down and shook his head, right? But he caught himself. Usually when someone looks down and shakes their head is usually not a good thing happened, right? Like someone passed away, someone's not going to make it. Do you see what I'm getting at? Like, no, they're not going to make it type thing, right? No, they're too sick. Like they passed away type thing, right? Do you see what I'm saying? No, I'm not, that's just the way I took it. Cause that's the way, there has to be a reason for that 12 o'clock thing, guys. There's just a reason for it. It has to be. I mean, the right mind does that. Yeah, envision that. That's just so horrific. I'm sorry. That's very sad. Where's the play button at?
A 5-minute session on what that looks like and how it works. Happy to.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use you. I'm going to use you.
Okay. Oh no.
So, tell me what you had for breakfast.
No.
Boom. See it? And tell me the last thing your daughter said to you before you started this podcast.
Oh my goodness.
Boom. There you go. You see what I mean? All we're after is getting a baseline. Your baseline is probably to the left, and I think you were trying to remember what you had for breakfast, and you're probably trying to string stuff together because I think your baseline is left. So if I ask you a question, if you were to walk out, and if I'm right, we'll play it by ear because I have never baselined you. I don't do it to people I care about. But if I ask you this question, I'm right, your eyes are going to go up left. You let them do what they do. If you walk out your back door, which direction do you have to look to see the wood pile? There you go. That's what I'm after. You see now, and then here's the second question. If you walk to the wood pile and look to your right, what do you see?
Yeah, but okay, so when you're on camera, it mirrors, right? Like StreamYard, there's a button where you can click where it mirrors, like you can mirror your face, right? So you gotta think like, is it mirroring this? But yes, I see what he's talking about. So usually when, well, I know that question. I'm trying to think of something I have to think about. Is the food done in the kitchen, right? Which I'm kind of like looking over to the right. Maybe it should be done. The food should be done that I made. So you kind of like look up, right? Like, I see what he's getting at there. I think our parents blame themselves because they went to grab a beer and cigarettes and left us out in the yard. Yeah, all it takes is just 2 seconds. 2 seconds. But you're a little kid. Like you know what I mean? You can't blame yourself. You got to forgive yourself for that.
Now you're not sure.
No, I'm not sure.
Right?
No.
Yeah. So good. That's good. I think you're still a left baseliner. Anyway, so if I ask you, well, you got a favorite song?
Yeah. I can't think of it right now.
I look down too.
Favorite poetry, favorite any words that you like.
I've been
What's on your
listening.
arm? What's on your arm?
Oh, every day in every way, I'm getting better and better.
So that you remember that. You don't have
Yeah,
to.
I don't have to look.
So what's cool about eye movement is what we do is we ask for a baseline. And the baseline's pretty simple. I'm going to ask you questions that force you to use your visual cortex.
Right.
And there's lots of reasons people think this works. Some people think it don't. This is Bandler. This is Richard Bandler. I talked to him a while ago, by the way. I've asked him to do an interview, and I'll put that on a YouTube channel, even though I'm not doing a lot with my YouTube channel. But
You should.
it uses your visual cortex, and so your eyes are going high in your head, meaning above your brow ridge, looking up. And you just did that, either right or left. And we ask a question that we want the person to answer so we can figure out where they go, left or right. That's visual, up above the brow ridge.
Right.
Sound is usually between the brow ridge and the cheekbone, either left or right. And we ask a question for memory, like your favorite song, like your favorite sentence, whatever it is. So the person goes and looks left or right for their baseline, and then we know they're left or right. And then down to the right is emotion. Down to the left is internal voice. We see him go to emotion when he's talking about what they were wearing. Don't know why. I want to poke and prod and try to figure out, understand it a little bit. If I were poking and prodding and asking questions, I would try to baseline him pretty quickly. But he's not really even accessing after the emotional part. He's just looking at you and saying, and they were red and blue. And because he knows what they were wearing. Likely. He's not having to remember. If you, almost every one of these people, the McCanns, anybody else, when you ask them what their kid was wearing, they have to remember.
Right.
That's why you usually know they're not. This is an odd one. This is another red flag.
I urge the public to come out if you have anything, come out as fast as possible and get it to any detachment or any police service that you have available to get to talk to. And Jack just absolutely loves bugs, dinosaurs.
That's weird.
Anything like that?
This right here.
Lily loves girly things, but she also loves doing everything with Jack, bugs. They're like best friends.
This kid's on my radar.
He said loved in past.
Yeah.
And the fake crying. I'm sorry. Right there is fake crying. He's done that twice. And then remember in the one, he looks off into the distance. Like it's obvious he's not crying. So why are you acting out? Like, I don't understand that. Right? Like, why are you acting out? Like, it's obvious you're not crying. You have no water coming out of your freaking ears, out of your eyes. Jesus, I'm tired. No, the children were not Janie's responsibility. Absolutely not. Yeah, I agree with you guys. And also, I mean, maybe that ticked her off. Like because freaking she had to call the mom. Mom, get up. You're lazy. Get up. Get your kids, right? And also another thing is, I still go back to Tuesday. Jack and Lily went to school. That was their final day at that school, guys. Think about it. And Malaya phoned Janie at 6 a.m. that morning. So why would she phone her at 6 a.m.? Right? So she phoned Janie. That's her alarm, her first alarm, right? Because she hits snooze and then it wakes her up at 6:15, right? And then that's when she clocked the kids out at 6:17, 6:18, which was on Thursday and Friday. But on Tuesday, Jack and Lily went to school. I wonder if she called Janie at 6 o'clock in the morning to see if Janie would help get Jack and Lily on the school bus. Because remember, Janie said that Jack is not supposed to unbuckle and buckle himself into the seat. Think about it. So that right there tells us that it seems like Jack and Lily were getting themselves ready and stuff like that and eating. And then Janie was putting them on the bus. Oh, thank you, Kim. Of course. I will always do that. Actor 101, stare at something in the distance for dramatic flair. Yeah, exactly. Just FYI, I'm not a big fan of the behavioral panel, but if they, I notice, like their newer stuff in the past, like couple years, 3 years or whatever, it seems like they're a lot different than how they were before. If it looks really bad, then it looks really, 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 really bad. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. It seems like once people get sponsored with big corporations, they don't say what they really want to say anymore. Like they hold back. I know what you're saying, Justin. I agree with you. Hey, Blue Jay, good to see you. Totally, they were all up at 6 o'clock. Well, this was actually Tuesday. So it goes to show you, because I have proof that Malia called Janie on Tuesday morning to get her to help the kids get on the bus because she couldn't get up. She was a piss for brains. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Justin. Hey, Blue Jay. Yeah. All right, I'm going to finish this out, and then I got to get up because my legs are starting to... Justin, did you hear what happened? He's probably going to yell at me because I don't wear sunscreen. I'll text you when I get out of here.
Yeah.
There.
But even better.
Yeah. Yes.
That's not, there's no emotion, no tears, no anything else. There's some contempt.
Yeah.
Or disgust. I can't tell which. You'd have to go back and watch it. But early in, he's going to go to whatever police.
Any detachment or any police service that you have available.
Yeah.
He exposes his teeth. Either he's in contempt or, it's an exposing of canines, one or the other.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which. But if you go back, you can freeze it and find it.
Yes.
There's a whole lot of mismatched signaling coming from this guy.
Wow.
Looking you dead in the eyes when he's trying to access. And then the fake cry.
Yeah.
And I mean,
yes.
just a whole lot. And then, loved. Yeah.
Yes. I noticed as
Beautiful
soon as
catch.
he broke away, he immediately checked to see if his story was being bought. He was like,
confirming glance. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was almost like Phantom of the Opera or something.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that I had to show you because, that's just it's something.
He's red flag boy for sure.
Yeah.
Now remember, let's talk about dynamics of relationship.
Right.
It's entirely possible that something happened that she was not part of,
right,
and that she was suspicious of, but party to and guilty feelings for. And it's entirely possible they just feel guilty from the people being gone. But this guy has a ton of red flags.
Yeah.
In my taste, and yours too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You probably got a ton more.
The big thing is that a lot of his stories are just very repetitive. He and this is not in this video specifically, but like in many of his videos, he repeats himself word for word. He goes like the story that he tells is exactly the same. It doesn't change at all. And it's like there's no you can tell that he's retelling a story that he's thought of as opposed to reliving a memory, because I mean, obviously when you go back to a memory, it changes every time you go back to it.
It's normal when you get much older, you've lived through something for a long time. Like if I tell you a story about the Middle East, it's not going to be identical, but it's going to be damn close, because
of course
I remember the parts that matter that people want to know and that kind of thing. And because it becomes rote, neural pathways, as you know, 2,000 passes, it's there. And so a lot of the time what will happen is your story will stay really tight as you get older, because you've dressed it a few times for people's consumption.
Yeah.
But not early.
No.
It's, my most stressful moments in my life, early, I would have a hard time putting the story together exactly the same way every time, because you're thinking, why did that happen? Why did that happen? Why did that happen?
Yeah.
And then you're trying to think of the most stressful thing that's ever happened to you in your life. And if it's 10 years later, okay, you repeat the story pretty much the same way.
Yeah.
But when you're trying to sort it out, my opinion, one of the hardest things for human brains to do is to store information you have no box for.
Right.
I think this is just my opinion, I think what most people call PTSD is there's no place in their mechanism, in their schema, in their database to plug something in.
Yeah.
And so it never gets settled. It just rolls around in their head the rest of their life.
Wow.
I mean, I'll give you the first Gulf War. I went there. I was working at SEER school. I was doing violent physical things every day of my life.
All right. I'm going to pause it right there. Yeah. I was talking about earlier. I had to push the live to later because I had this sore. I'll tell it real quick. I had this sore on my leg for like 3 years, right? And it would never go away, but it wasn't opened or anything. I thought it was like an ingrown hair. So I went and I went to the dermatologist after a while because it started like it wouldn't heal up. Like it finally like I removed myself. It finally opened. Like I must have nicked it with my razor or something. And my dog kept like smelling it, like something wasn't right. So I'm like, okay, let me go to the dermatologist. And they took a scraping of it, right? Like a couple weeks ago. And she called me today and she's like, you have basal cell carcinoma. I think that's how she said it. Yeah. But just saying that word, the C word, right? Like freaked me out. Like I can't believe I have that on my body, right? And I feel like from having it on my body. So yes, I was telling Justin's always like, wear your sunscreen, wear your sunscreen. And I was like, it's on my leg though. It's the weirdest freaking thing, you guys. Like, I'm like, my leg, how does it go on my leg? Right. So oh my God, it's horrible. So I have to wait for them to call me and schedule an appointment with the surgeon so they can cut it out. But it's right next to my shin, like the bone, right? And it's like scary because I'm like, I'm not looking forward to it. I would truly think Edgar and Don were innocent of not knowing before. I agree with you 100%, Justin. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jules, it's icky. Thanks, Jen. Yeah, thank you. I'm just hyping myself up, I think, because like I don't like my body being poked and prodded with stuff, you know? That's exactly what I was talking about the other day. You can't store something you never experienced. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, oh, I love you too, Jules. I love you too. Yeah, you can't store something you've never experienced. Your brain knows. Like you're trying to make it up, right? Was it Malaya who told RCMP that they were in the woods? Okay, so they were both saying the kids must have went into the woods, right? I remember Daniel saying that Malaya said that because he felt stupid for looking in the woods when they're not in the woods, something like that. And then I think it was the second day is when they wanted an Amber Alert because her mom that night, Cindy, Malaya's mom, no, Malaya's mom actually texted her that day on the way and said, tell them to push an Amber Alert, tell them to push an Amber Alert. So, but both of them said they wouldn't cross the street. So I use retinol. I love my retinol or tetranone cream. Yeah. Vitamin C. I need to take better care of my body. It is scary. Thank you, Golden. It is scary. Oh, does it? I had put bentonite clay on it, like when it first opened, and then it healed back almost all the way. And well, it would never fully heal, right? So I put the bentonite clay on there because it was hard or something. I don't know. And it like just so much stuff came out it and left a hole in my leg, guys. It left a freaking hole. Oh, thank you, Wolfie. Thank you. Yeah, I know. I am too. I was so scared. Like because it's been there for 3 years. So I'm kind of like, yeah, thank you. Mm-hmm. Soft tissue. Yeah. Not a lot can be done once it's deep. Yeah. Went deep. No, that's why I'm freaking out because it's like next to the bone. And oh my God, guys, like I don't even want to think about that. Like, when they have to cut it out, like, now it's got like a red. I would show you guys, but it's so disgusting. Here, let me see if I can show you on my phone. Now it's got like this red, like rash around it. Hold on, where is it at? I don't know if you can see it. See it? It's not as gross if I show it from my phone on there. It's not blowing it up to it. So it's, yeah, that's on my shin. It's red. It's a heart shape kind of too, but it's right on my shin. See? Like here's the shin and it's right to the side of it right here. I hate that. Like, how is it on my leg though? Like, who gets it on your leg? Yeah, I know. I watched videos as soon as I heard. Yeah, exactly. Fuck cancer. Exactly. Yeah. That's crazy, right? But who gets it on their freaking leg? Oh, I want that shit off. Like, I'm about to burn it off. Oh, it's disgusting. It looks like a tick bite. Yeah, no, it's not a tick. Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to blow it up too big for you guys. I don't want to make you guys sick to your stomach. You know, envision my aunt asked me if we had any of that around. And I do. Like, I'm in farmland, like it's all over the place, right? And but I'm kind of afraid. Oops, hold on one second. Let me remove this because I'm not gonna play any more of the video. Hold on. I'm kind of afraid to put anything on it now because when I put the benton, I love bentonite clay. Like, I'm obsessed with freaking bentonite clay. It actually removed like a mole thing above my eye a few years ago, and it never came back. It never came back. So I know that one wasn't cancerous, right? So, well, Bobby, I think you were just being, nobody thinks Janie's responsible for the kids, right? But anyways, I'm just kind of afraid to put anything on it right now because the bentonite clay, like, it pulled a lot of shit out of there and it left a hole in my leg. I mean, now it's filled back up, but it just won't heal, guys. Yeah, that's an ulcer. Well, that's what they said too. It's either from UV, which is most likely like tanning beds and stuff, right? Because I sure as hell don't get it from the sun here. There's no sun in New York. Bobby can guarantee that for me. That's an ulcer. Yeah. It could have been caused by an ulcer too. Yeah. It's freaking horrible. Yeah, I'm not Oh, thank you guys. Thank you. Yeah, it is scary, right? Oh God, that scares me, Pamela. Yeah. No, I didn't block her. Yeah, Andrea, go get that checked. Seriously, don't let it be too late. When something doesn't heal, guys, that's not normal, right? I need to wear sunscreen when there's snow or anything because yeah, I know. And I'm telling you, like, for the sun up here it feels so close too, right? Like, I love going outside and mowing my yard. Like, I have a pretty big yard. So I'm on the riding lawnmower, but I have like hardly any sunscreen on or anything. I tan really well though in the sun. Like, I tan really well. Like, so I got a good amount of melanin in me, but in the winter I'm freaking pale as shit. But the thing is like, guys, I don't remember ever my legs getting burnt, right? So I think maybe it was from a cyst or something because they said it could be from that or the UV. Because, like, how do you get sun cancer on your freaking leg that never gets burnt? Right? Like, it's just weird. I guess it just did. They said usually when you get burnt when you're a teenager or in your younger years, like in certain areas, you have more risk for that type to pop up later on. Oh, yeah, the snow sucks. We don't have any snow right now, though. Yeah, thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are amazing. Thank you. I went to the farm and country store and got the horse paste. Yeah. Yeah, I used to go tanning bed a lot, guys. I go in for blood work tomorrow because I am beginning check for, oh my gosh, Joyce. Oh my God. I hate that shit. You know what I mean? And I swear it's all from freaking sugar too. Sugar feeds it. Sugar feeds it. And sugar is so hard to get off of. And it is in everything. It's in everything, sugar is. It's crazy how much sugar is in our food, guys. It really is. Yeah. I used to have a tanning bed in my home, and then I would go to another tanning bed down the street. Holy crap. Holy crap. Yeah, I used to love, yeah, I love the sun. Like that was 12, 15 years ago. I bet you do. It's either from the tanning bed or it's from like an ulcer or something. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you. You guys are awesome. You don't have to burn it if it's on your shin. It's thinner right there. Do you think they're gonna have to cut out a lot right there on my shin? Oh God, but it's like right there by my bone. Oh. Just thinking about it makes my skin crawl, right? Like it makes my, oh God. Oh. Yeah, those damn, yeah, sugar and tanning meds. Yeah. Well, I hear the dog about to break down the door. Justin, are you going live? Oh, I do too, Justin. I don't like it either. Yeah, I know. I use extra bronzer. My mom goes, "You look a little pickish," like in your video the other day. And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "Are you feeling okay?" I go, "Mom, it's bronzer because it's winter." Yes, sugar feeds it. Thin skin. Oh, okay. Oh, and I've been getting lots of those spider veins too, guys. It's horrible. Like I hate it. Dr. Pepper. I like Sprite. I'm a Sprite freak. Yes, Joyce. Please let us know. Keep us informed, okay, honey? I'm sure everything will be fine. Oh my gosh, let's keep it real. Me too. I know. And I'm thinking about my freaking, I like sherbet with like that Reese's hard shell and Cool Whip. I'm addicted to it now. It's horrible. I need to stop. It's how your body clears them. Yep. It's how yeah, when your immune system's down is when they start to a different Joyce. Yeah. She wasn't here. She's Justin, she's having problems with her internet, she said. Joyous is having problems with her internet. Joyce isn't having problems with her internet. I mean, I know they're the same names, but Joyce goes by her name here, but Joyous is having problems with her internet. If that makes sense, guys. I don't want to scare you, but they are going to. They might as well just take my freaking leg off, Justin. Oh God, I'm not having cancer take anything from me. Screw that. I will do it myself. Freaking, you know what I mean? Like, no way. I'm gonna die from old age. Not from cancer. Fuck that. I know fasting is good to get rid of that, though. I've heard, anyways. You're going in 11 minutes and 30 seconds. 11 minutes and 30 seconds. All right. How do I redirect traffic to your channel from here? Can I do that? How do I do that? I'm usually golden as Trump. Yeah. I'm really dark in the summer. How do I you don't see her? You don't see Joyce? Daphne, take us all with you. Yes, that would be awesome. You guys want to watch them cut it out of my leg? My daughter's gonna come with me. Hold her mommy's hand while her mommy gets her leg cut off. Joyce, here, hold on. Her message is up here. Hold on. She's going to get blood work done to check. Here, where's her message at? Oh my gosh, I was way behind you guys. Holy. She's getting blood work after. Okay, she says, I'm going for blood work. Here, right here, Justin. Blood work tomorrow because I am beginning. She's getting checked for cancer. She will get the results the end of December. Don't say that. I'll talk about my leg getting cut off. Yeah, let us know, Joyce. Yeah, they do they check for. I'm just the messenger, sorry. I'm way behind. I don't see her anymore either. Well, Joyous, who comes in, she's her internet's been messed up. Like they're having really high winds where she's at. Yeah, let me see how I can redirect you. There has to be a way. I know there's a way. Give me a second. Oh, I think I have to go into stream into I'm so confused. Yeah, I hate spiders. Yeah. I don't know how to here, I'll Google it. Give me a second. How to redirect YouTube live to another. You already got the live up? I've never done it before. To redirect YouTube live to another channel, enable the feature on your YouTube Studios community settings. Then in the live control room, or Studios Content Live tab, go to Customization tab, find the redirect section, click add, and search for live stream. Oh, okay. So I can redirect it to you. You guys all want to go to Justin's channel? I can redirect everybody there. Give me a second. YouTube Studio. All right. You want me to see if it works? Yeah, that's tough. That's really tough. You don't feel anything when they are cutting, but you just feel like them pulling on her skin. Oh my God. Oh. I already feel them pulling on my skin. Does that make sense? Like I feel like spiders are crawling all over me or something. I know that sounds weird, but like I don't. Oh, the neighbor's dog's barking. All right, wait, how do I do this again? Enable the feature on your YouTube Studios community center, and then go to Live Control Room or Studios Content Live tab. Okay, I see. Contents Live tab. All right. I want to see if this works. Yeah, I put that prox on. I've been bit. Yes, a broken black ski. They are horrible. I was bit by one when I was a young girl. I was like 17 or 18, and I was complaining to my mom because I had to go to school. I was like, I think a spider bit me here. And throughout the day when I was at school, my mom called my mom. I had a red streak from the bite on actually it's on the opposite leg, right? Around the same spot. And oh, there we go. And my mom had to take me to the hospital and get antibiotics. All right, I'm trying to figure out how to do this. Click add. Okay, add and search for the live stream. I got this. Hold on one second. Those spiders are freaking horrible. All right. Why is it on there? Hold on, guys. Give me a second. I'm trying to get this real quick. Sorry. Oh my God, I can't spell. You'd think it automatically. There we go. Pearls. Justin, I still can't find that one video. I know you did it, but all right, here we go. Which one's the one right here? Okay. There's the video link. Perfect. Okay. And then put it in here. All right. Redirect section. Customize tab. Find redirect. Hold on. Customize. Where's customize at? Customize section. Where the heck is the customize section? Stream settings, maybe? Jesus. Customize section. Right there. Stream URL. Analytic. No. Health. Oh my. It's over, right? Sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure out. I need I've had more needles in my face than I can count. Oh my God. Needles for what? I just passed out. They put ammonia stuff under my nose because it made me so sick when they were stitching me up. I don't know. And I'm not a baby when it comes to stuff like this. Oh, I hope I don't pass out from it. I don't know if I can. I don't know, guys. Well, my daughter's going to be there with me, which is good. She's going to hold my hand because I'm going to die with that. I don't like anybody poking around on me anymore. When I was younger, like I could, you know what I mean? I didn't mind. I'm a big chicken. Like, I don't even know if I could get a stinking anymore, to tell you the truth. All right, come on, work. Okay, I think I got it now. Hold on. I just got to insert your thing in here. If it'll actually load. Come on for me. If I get this out, then that would be amazing. Okay. So is that I do for TMJ, I do the chiropractor and it helps. I've never had I want to get the Botox or try it. Customization, right? I don't know. I want to go to control room because I'm too confused. Customization. There we go. Okay. Okay. Redirect. There you go. Redirect. Awesome. Got you. Here we go. Paste. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. Save. I just figured out how to redirect from here to your channel. You can hear my TMJ if I open my mouth. Yeah, same. Where it pops. I don't know if I can have it, though. That's the thing with Botox because I'm allergic to shellfish now. So I don't know if you don't need Botox. Oh, thank you. Thank you. For the TMJ, though, I want some for my sinuses. I've never had it at all. Never had it. I heard it works wonders for sinuses and TMJ, but I've never had. The chiropractor will sit there and click behind here. This one's the worst, this jaw, because I have an underbite. And then they'll click in here. And oh my gosh, like my ears will like explode after they're done. I was looking at clutch purse. It is terrible, yeah. It's stress and just like hold all your tension in, right? All right, I have, if you guys are still on here, I have redirected you over to Justin's channel. It should take you right over there when I end the stream. And I will be over there in just a moment. I am going to jump in the shower and then I will join all of you over there. Yeah, it is awful. It is very awful. I appreciate all of you all for joining me tonight and just hanging out. And don't forget, on Christmas Eve, I'm doing a little get together here. I will be posting probably tonight or tomorrow, might be tomorrow morning, the information for it. So like what time, what to bring for dinner, stuff like that. So I'm just joking, what to bring for dinner, but what time. So yeah. Yeah. How to blink your lips. How to blink your lips. Blink my lips. Yeah. Thank you guys. I love you guys. You're so sweet. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Merry Christmas to all of you and happy holidays. Thank you. Yeah. We will have our own little Christmas get together here. Yes. We'll drink our eggnog and rum. Thanks, guys. That's what Justin just said. Yeah. That's right. Great minds think alike. Thank you, guys. I love you all. As soon as I close this, you guys will be over at Justin. So, oh, yay. Yay, Jules. Thank you. Love you guys. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Yes, Merry Christmas. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great night. Thank you so much for coming in. I enjoy talking with you. It keeps my mind off things. I think too much. And Shan knows that. Thank you, darling. Thank you, Jules, leave me, all of you. Thank you. I love you guys so much. Thank you. Yes, the shower. Yes, definitely. And some arthritis cream for my back. Love you guys. I will see you soon. Good night.